the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Hey y'all, happy New Year's Eve. What's up? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, hump day, and New Year's Eve. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get up in here. We got a show today. Come on up in here. Y'all already know what it is. It is the morning Joce. Welcome on in. Tell your mom, your pa, and your greedy grandma. Voodoo is on. Come on in. It's New Year's Eve, y'all. Yeah, I forgot it was New Year's Eve. I should have had me a mimosa. But don't worry. I don't really drink like that much. However, I will have me a cocktail. Not for real. I wish, girl. I sure wish I had an apartment. But I'm just going to have a regular cocktail tonight, girl. At any rate, it is New Year's Eve. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy New Year's Eve. If you celebrate, if you understand the new year really starts in the spring, then, let's just go with the move for everybody else, okay? But shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. I hope you guys have been grounding, meditating, praying, whatever it is you need to do to go within. Okay, I hope you guys have been doing that because that's what we're needed in this spiritual warfare. Also, please, genealogy, Black America, if you don't do nothing, do your genealogy, okay? That is going to free you internally, externally, financially, economically, generationally. You have to do your genealogy, okay? You got to do your genealogy. I wanted to come on here and tell y'all something. I just forgot what it was. It wasn't about my nails. I hate my nails, but that wasn't what it was. I was supposed to come on here and tell y'all something. It'll come back to me. But either way, I hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday. I am Voodoo. This is the Morning Joce. And welcome on in. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do this Monday through Friday. And apparently we do it on holidays too. Because if I decide to take the day off, they be windmilling on me. So I just get bullied to come on here, And why not? What else I got going on? Nothing. Before we get started, when we talking about doing our genealogy and getting back what's owed to us during reparations and for reparations and stuff like that, let me just say this. It's gonna be a moot point and it's going to be pointless if we gain reparations and we don't know how to do what we're supposed to do with them, which is make sure that generationally we are taken care of. And again, you don't have to have no degrees. You don't have to have no background in financial literacy or anything for this. All you have to do is have a better mindset. And yes, I'm calling it better, meaning it's not about you and it's not about today. It is about my children, their children and their children, so on and so forth. Not just today, not just tomorrow, for the next 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. See, this is the way that the powers that be remain in power. Because when it's their turn to inherit the wealth, it's almost like taking a turn driving a car. The car is the wealth, right? Every generation, somebody's going to get in the driver's seat. It just is what it is. Maybe one or two people are going to split the drive. But the point is to protect the vehicle for the next generation to jump in and be able to continue to drive. This is what creating generational wealth is all about. We have but a lot of us, a large number of us have mastered the way in which to make money. We know how to make money. We know how to buy homes. We know how to buy land. We know how to, and not all of us, but a lot of us, we know how to do this stuff. But the biggest point of failure that we run into is we stop there. We don't teach financial literacy, the importance of financial literacy to our children, even if we learn it. We keep that information and we hoard it. Gone are the days. And I'm talking about from Lil. Open them bank accounts, 7, 8, 9, 5. Open them at 1. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just about having a different mindset, y'all. And again, if you do this generational wealth thing correctly, you will enjoy the fruits of the generational wealth, but not just you. Your children will, and then their children will, and then their children will. The only way that works is if you do this thing correctly. So I think it is imperative when we're talking about creating generational wealth and also breaking generational curses, but even more so creating generational wealth. It is way deeper than making the money and acquiring the things. So often we have seen where people have a lot of stuff and they leave it to their children and then boof. You know, I've been studying Madam C.J. Walker because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with Madam C.J. Walker. Not because of the products, not because of the hair business, not because of none of that. I'm obsessed with Madam C.J. Walker because she created a brand that fed not only her, but it fed her people. And it fed them food for thought. It fed them, not food for thought, but it fed them internally and externally. What do I mean? Yeah, some people might look at it as, oh, it was just a hair product thing. Who cares? She bought around something that made Black women feel good on the inside, even if it meant their hair. And Black women, we know how we are with our hair. Sometimes having your hair done could literally make the difference between your physical health. Literally, okay? But she took a business that could have only made her millions. And not only that, she made women feel good internally, but externally, she showed Black American women that y'all could be bosses. She gave them bosses. She made Black women bosses. Avon, Mary Kay, all that come from Madam C.J. Walker. They wouldn't, I told you, everything they do come from us. She turned Black American women who were stuck inside under patriarchy into entrepreneurs. I'm obsessed, bruh. I'm obsessed with this woman. It wasn't just about making money for her. That lady made money for her and she made herself feel good. Then she made money for her people and she made her people feel good. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, man. I'm obsessed with this lady. But in the midst of my obsession, I couldn't help but take notice that she had one child. So do I. What are the odds? And that one child, once Madam C.J. Walker went on to glory, that one child ran through most of that lady's fortune. And it was gone. And Madam C.J. Walker did everything she could to make sure her daughter had the best of the best. And it is here where you find lessons. Because, see, I learned from good and bad. Okay? I watched the both, the up and the down. So I know how to find the lesson. And there is where the lesson. And I thought about that too. Natasha said have 2 children. Girl, you see what happened to the Menendez brothers. Hello? I ain't gonna lie though, Natasha. Me and your brain work the same. Because the first thing I was thinking was, well, I got 1, but I'm 42. I might go push 1 or 2 more. You mean I ain't gonna lie? That was the first thought came to my mind. First thought, okay, we got a single point of failure. Girl, the egg's still egging. Okay. The blood is still blooding. Girl, you got about 5 more years to pop 1 or 2. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that. I thought that. And then it came to my brain after I thought that. Girl, do you know how many nieces and nephews I got? I got too many heirs. Because I have 2 siblings that passed that left behind a host of children. Trust me, I have too many children, so I don't need to push nothing out my boob. My butt or my vagina, not vagina, but I don't need to push nothing out my coochie, okay? Because I got too many nieces and nephews that I need to take care of. However, I'm saying all that to say that was a single point of failure for Miss Madam C.J. Walker, because right after her daughter took over, no cap, I'm gonna just call it the way it was. The NAACP came in. She started hanging with them boys over there at with the Harlem Renaissance, all of that. And I'm not saying it because they were daggers and they were punks, but you know that's what it was. And she dabbled into it too, which it didn't matter because she was married and her sexuality didn't matter. But I noticed that it seemed like soon as Madam C.J. Walker was dead, they came in like vultures to help her spend all her mama money, and that lady died. You see what I'm saying? And nothing was passed on generationally. But that's the point in lessons, finding lessons and making sure you don't repeat those lessons. You know what I mean? But I'm obsessed with Madam C.J. Walker, and I just know that I am. But I'm gonna take that lesson as to not making sure my child understands the importance. I'm sorry, of not only what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and not only know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, know why she needs to continue it on, and so on and so forth. Okay, it makes no sense to have all the knowledge if you're going to hoard it. You have to pass it down to your children. Okay, that's what this is all about. If you don't have children, nieces and nephews, friends' children, godchildren, it don't matter. This is the way we create the generational wealth. Well, we're creating it, but this is the way we maintain it. And if you do it right, I promise you, every generation gonna eat. If you do it right, every generation gonna eat. If you do it right, there'll be no reason to be greedy, which people are greedy. But if you do it right, every generation gonna eat and eat good. We see the Clears doing it. We just got to figure it out. And we don't even have to figure it out. We already know internally what to do. Because remember, everything they do, they got from us. We just have to tap back in. You know what I'm saying? And figure that out. But get on in here. Get the likes up on the video. We got a show today. What's going on with Stefon Diggs? There was an old lady sitting under a tree. She called me over and she said to me, my days out here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. Now, I'm going to play the little old lady sitting under the tree because I done told you niggas. I done told you bitches. I done told you bitch niggas and you nigga bitches that this was not gonna last. I also told you it probably was on some fluke stuff and she has no coochie discipline and things are gonna go awry. I also told you y'all don't know Stefon Diggs. See, I am a football fan. Well, was. So I knew this nigga. I was one of the first ones came to the internet and told y'all, hey, look at this video. None of the other teammates even want him to date his sister. But no. We get so infatuated with the idea of your favorite celebrity being happy with a nut-ass nigga that y'all forget all rhyme and reason. So now here it go. Stefon Diggs, on top of having children of the corn coming up all out of the woodworks, he has been charged with strangulation. So apparently his chef, who people are claiming have a BBL, he probably was smashing. I don't know. They had a money dispute and he done choked the bitch out. I don't know what's going on. I wasn't there. Then they said, I didn't say it. Then they said, Cardi allegedly, I didn't say it, called the girl. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Can you drop the charges on my man? And Barbara said, bitch, over my dead body, ho, and called the police and told the police, amp the charges up higher, girl. And the next thing you know, we here. Let me tell y'all something. This ain't Stefon Diggs' first rodeo. He been down to the rodeo. That nigga is the rodeo master. Y'all just getting to know this nigga. Okay, let's start there first. However, y'all get caught up. You know what I realized though? Today's celebrityism is like The Young and the Restless. Put a 3 in the chat if your mom used to watch The Young and the Restless. Guiding Light. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? As the World Turns. Put a 3 in the chat if you used to be up in there with your grandma or your mom, depending on how old you is, or maybe it was you. Put a 3 in the chat if you used to be up in there watching the stories. Now, one thing about it, 2 things for sure, and 3 things down to the ground. My grandma didn't play when the stories came on. And my little young tail self, too grown for be my age, was all up in the stories as if I was a grown-ass woman. But I was a little bitty girl, but I always been like that. I was born a grown woman, okay? At any rate, I watched how attached my grandmother was to these characters on the story, especially The Young and the Restless. What was the man name with the mustache that looked like the broom that everybody in their mama loved? Oh, he was sleeping with everybody on the cast, girl. Probably in real life and in Victor Newman, girl. Victor Newman. Girl, my grandma was dead. Listen, you couldn't tell her nothing about them characters. Down to the Young and the Restless, As the World Turned, and all of that. That's y'all with the celebrities. So I can't really get too mad because that's the same thing I'm watching when y'all see y'all face. Because when Victor Newman was cheating on this one and sleeping with that one, my grandma wasn't no good. I'm talking about my grandma beating her whole day messed up, depending on what Victor done on the show. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, that's what's going on in real life. Y'all are literally taking these characters to be actual truth, and y'all really don't realize that y'all watching the stories, girl. This is the stories. Cardi B, Stefon, As the World Turns. Megan Clay, General Hospital. Hello. Who else we got on here? All these niggas. Y'all are literally watching the stories and getting caught up. But at any rate, we gonna let y'all get caught up, and we gonna talk about why your girl is a duck goose. Because girl, what is you doing? And it's giving me Nikki T's. Because what you mean you calling a girl? What you think the girl a fan? What you think the girl gonna hear you on the phone? Hello. Hey girl, it's Cardi B from the Bronx. Would you think the girl was gonna fan out and be like, oh my God, Baddie, it's you. I'ma drop the charges. It's giving me when Nikki allegedly called that girl who not allegedly, who was assaulted by her husband. Girl, I'm going too far. We gonna get to it. We gotta talk about that. Somalians, all of the Somalians that then came here and told y'all their family that came here without nothing and made it. Turns out the biggest fraud is probably almost bigger than the Nigerians. The jury is still out on that. At any rate, them niggas up there in Minnesota where nobody at. 10 America down to the ground, girl. They got fake daycare centers that they don't want to let nobody in. No children coming in and out. They say they round there in sheets going all up and down the streets, defending the daycare. All of the money going to all the Somalians. They balling up there. They say they trying to turn into niggas. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm reporting the news. But for all you nignogs that be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all other streaming and all other platforms running all around here hollering, but Baddie, what about the immigrants? Bitch, we about to pack you up so you can go with them. Stay right there, though. We ain't got there yet. And then we also want to discuss Natalie Nunn can't explain what a baddie brings to the table. And I want to tell you why. Because the bitches don't have nothing to bring. We gonna get into it, y'all. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. We got a show coming on. Or it's on. Like the video, y'all. Let's get into a couple of honorable mentions, though, before we get into that. Happy New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? You know, today my little brother's birthday. You know which brother I'm talking about? The one who I told y'all did the rap on me. Y'all remember the brother I told y'all did the had dragged me down to the ground in the cafeteria? It's his birthday, you little whole ass nigga. It's his birthday, girl. Ooh, I know what I wanted to show y'all. Hold on. Y'all seen Big Draco beefing with Blueface? So apparently Blueface lost a lawsuit to Draco because I guess Blueface and Draco was online beefing, and I guess Blueface said some disparaging things about Big Draco's baby mother, and she sued him and he won. So now Blueface his house is on the market. His $1.2 million house is on the market, the one with the blue Benjamin in the backyard. And he's been streaming, telling everybody he's streaming a lot so he can pay the $100 and something thousand back to Draco, as we know him, Soulja Boy's baby mama. Now, this is the part that got me. Bruh, tell me why this nigga Soulja making boss moves. He said he went bought the publishing to all Blueface music. So now when Blueface sing, rap, dance, or whatever he do, pop, lock, and drop it, Draco gonna get paid. And I said, oh, there you go. Let's get into it, girl. It's getting rough out here in these streets, y'all. Make sure y'all paperwork in order. These niggas will buy your name, bitch. Let's get into it.
Homeless now, nigga. Fucking with Big Draco. Nigga, you homeless. You ain't even got no home. I got an extra room for you, Blueface. You need somewhere to stay at. Cheap ass nigga. Fuck you talking about?
That's some whole ass shit.
This nigga done went homeless.
This nigga done went homeless.
How the fuck you go homeless?
That's crazy.
How the fuck you go homeless? First you want to beef with Draco. Then you go to jail, fall off, go broke, get out of jail, still want to beef with Draco.
Crazy.
Now you gotta sell your house. Now I own all your music catalog. Bro, I own Bust Down Tatiana. That's my song.
Swear.
I seized all the nigga music royalties.
Bro.
He can't. All his money goes straight to me. This nigga still on the internet talking.
I knew you were saying something crazy a couple years ago.
Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with this little nigga, bro?
It's an obsession, bro.
Obsession. This nigga's obsessed with me, gang. Nigga homeless now, nigga fucking with Big Draco. This shit sick. Next time I go wash your face, I just woke up. It's 2:58 in the morning. I'm waking up off this shit. I don't be worried about niggas. I be in the house out lean, niggas high as fuck, count millions of dollars.
Who said when he start looking like Boosie? Because now I cannot unsee it. Who said that? CJ the Cat said, man, when he start looking like Boosie, and I literally cannot unsee it. That nigga do look like Boosie. It might be the haircut. Oh, girl, he look like Boosie. Oh, he looks so bad. I knew I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but it was something. That he got a Boosie fade, girl. He looks so bad. That's what it is.
This the type of shit I gotta wake up to.
Niggas work, bro.
Yo, bitch, sucking toes, niggas. Nothing you can say to me, nigga. My
Big Draco got a Boosie fade. Damn. That just messed me up. If I wasn't on stream, I'd have to take my wig off and scratch my head, girl. What? I wasn't expecting that for 2026. Damn. Hey, man, that you know what this is a sign of? Buckle up, bitches. It's going to be a ride for 2026. This is a sign. All things expected, throw them out the window. This is going to be an all unexpected year. Listen to me. You know what else this means? Whatever you see on the surface probably ain't what it seems. Girl, they shape shifting. They over there. Girl, I don't know what's going on. Keep your head on a swivel in 2026. Because this threw me for a loop. I didn't expect it. I kept saying things he look different. It's the Boosie babe. Girl,
My shit is facts. Your shit is cap. That's why you gotta pay me.
Bitch sucking toes, nigga.
Sucking toes, gang.
Can't even argue with it.
What the fuck else? What are we talking about?
Ain't no more talking. You know what Stunner said? Ain't no more talking.
What is we talking about, gang? Sucking feet. Leave me alone, man.
Sucking toes in the club is crazy.
Just give me my money. Write my check. Soldier Boy, 130,000. Or give it to my baby mama. However you want to do it, just run the money, gang. Blueface, you broke. Your music royalties mine. You got to sell your house. And both of your baby mamas got fucked while you was in jail. This shit sick.
the point I was using was not actually the beef within itself, because, you know, everybody Soulja Boy beef with is just funny because Soulja Boy takes this really seriously. But something that he did really kind of stuck on me, him buying that boy music publishing, all the rights to that boy music. If that is true, listen to me and listen to me good. If that is true, Big Draco a big dog in the game, man. And let that be a lesson to y'all. Get your paperwork in order, man. It's rough out here. Remember I told y'all, even for y'all who want to start blogs on YouTube, no, you don't have to have an LLC. No, you don't have to do none of it. But listen, I'm telling you, it will behoove you to get your paperwork in order. Go pay the little extra $300 to let somebody file your paperwork fat. You see what I'm saying? It's going to save you down the line. It's going to save you. And I know that's royalties with music and all that stuff. That's a whole other thing. But I'm just saying in general, get your paperwork in order. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, please. I thought that was crazy. I said, go ahead on, Draco. He wasn't playing, huh? Oh, now did y'all see this? See, this is why I can't afford these nice cars y'all be driving around in, girl. iPhone done turned into a car. I didn't know this. I did not know this. So BMW apparently, they are now making their new trucks with a screw in it, to where the only place you can go to get it fixed is the BMW place. They don't even want the shade tree mechanics to be able to get your car fixed. Girl, what is going on? Now, see, this is all above my pay grade. I don't have these type of vehicles in my driveway. You know what I'm saying? I'm a simple girl living a regular life, you know. But for all you rich people in the chat, tap in. It's your turn. What's going on? Bad enough they got y'all riding around in a house note. Now y'all gotta only go to the BMW place to get your car fixed? Girl, it's giving iPhone tease. What is this? It says BMW has filed a patent for a new screw design that can make it harder for car owners to repair their own vehicles. The fastener features a head shaped like a BMW logo, requiring a proprietary tool rather than standard hardware. If used, the design could push more repairs toward dealerships and authorized service centers, raising concerns among the right to repair advocacies. It says, critics says, it adds to a growing list of manufacturer tactics that restrict independent repairs and increase costs for consumers. BMW has confirmed plans to use the screw in production vehicles, and filing a patent does not guarantee implementation. Still, the move highlights a wider trend in the auto industry as automakers seek greater control over repairs and maintenance. Let me say this. We've been getting it done to our phones. Because, you know, this is what's going on. They're making it to where they create a product and then you have to go back to them to maintain it. That's, what do they call it? Advocacy for a right to repair. I shouldn't have to come to you to repair something after I buy it. I should be able to go and get this thing repaired anywhere I want to. But the cell phone companies have been doing this to us for how long? Remember when the phones had a battery in the back? When the phones had a battery in the back, it was easier to get those phones repaired at little stores. Hell, people started being able to repair those phones. But then they started making for convenience, right? They started making for convenience, put everything in one phone, make it a chip. And then that was one thing. So now you got to deal with the store. But then they started popping up with little stores. So then the companies say, oh, hell no. Do y'all notice every time your phone drops, it falls face first? I'm not no scientist or no engineer. That would just basically tell me that the weight of the phone is toward the face of the phone. And then basically so that when you drop the phone, it's more likely to fall on its face. But then they came back with another feature that said we're going to double whammy their ass and then turn the whole phone into glass. So whether you drop it on the front or the back, either way, you're going to take a lick. This is the point. The point I'm making is my bad, y'all. The mic got muted. But the point I'm making is BMW is following a patent that had been used by the phone companies. We're dealing with it literally right now. If something happened to your phone, you have to deal with the phone companies. And then the phone companies got even more smarter. Let me make y'all laugh. Once they realized they couldn't get control of these little stores, these Arabs coming up that was still figuring out how to work their phones and fix their phones, guess what they started doing? Contracting the companies. So now when you call T-Mobile, they still sending you right back to the Arabs who was going to do it for free. So now they working with the Arab people who was still figuring out ways. Or the Asians or whoever in your company or in your town, they was still figuring out ways to fix them phones. So they said, damn it, you can't beat them. Join them. So they started contracting these damn Arab places and these Asian places. It's Arab where I'm at. And now when you call T-Mobile and your phone broke, they don't even want you to send that bitch back. They send you over there by the Arab. Stop me when I start lying. Stop me when I start lying. It went from them being competitors in the business to now they shaking hands. We see it happening on YouTube. At one time, you play a song on YouTube, you play a snippet of somebody's stuff, they striking your channel down to the ground. They don't want you back no more. Now the people realizing all of the attention is on YouTube. Now all your emails, hey, you want to work with YouTube, Google? You want to work with this ad? You want to work with this ad? Now they coming to you. That's what's going on with with BMW. However, with them trying to make it a single point of failure type of thing. Like, you got to come back to BMW. But what's going to happen, Pedro or Mr. Leroy, who been fixing on cars for 100 years, is going to find out, or maybe somebody young who know how to fix on cars. They're going to find out how to fix them screws or take them screws off, and then boom, they're going to start contracting BMW through them places. But the point is, y'all still allowing them to play on y'all tires. That's why I'm a simple girl. Girl, bitch, I had a Galaxy Note 5. A Note 5. I want to say for girl, that bitch, it got so bad I didn't want to update that phone, girl. Them people literally turned the phone black on me, girl. And even with it black, I was still trying to, I had navigated that phone so well, girl. I was able to unlock the phone, make the phone calls and everything. I wasn't tripping. Girl, one day I woke up, the phone was just completely off. That's when I knew them people was basically like, no, bitch, get your ugly ass up and go buy another phone. Because look, the phone people started off sending me ads, sending me stuff in the mail, girl. Oh, girl, come get the new Galaxy Note 5, 8, the 7, the 6, and the 8, and the 9. And I'm like, oh, no, girl, I'm good. Girl, they kept sending me all types of stuff. And then once them people said, oh, that bitch done learned how to unlock the phone with it black. Turn the whole fucking phone off. I ain't lying. I swear to God, that's a true story. That happened to me. Y'all be careful out here. Watch what you spend your money on. Keep your head on the swivel. Everybody's trying to keep you under their thumb. But you know, we need young black children who know how to do this stuff. We shouldn't even have to depend on the Arab. We got young black kids who mischievous and who know enough. You know, we need to start teaching our children how to do this stuff as well. Now, I want to talk about this Joshua Anthony thing. Y'all know the boxer that went out to Nigeria and lost 2 of his friends? Well, 3 if you include the driver. People are now talking about the emergency response in Nigeria, and I told Black America to stay up out of there. Let's start there first. However, this man who's African was talking about the honest truth about what's going on in Africa. Let me say this. The reason we think of Africa the way we think of it is through media and entertainment. Between Roots, what's another one? Lion King, Coming to America. This is where we get our idea of Africa. Wakanda forever. Yay. That's where we get our idea of Africa. Most of us won't ever even touch the continent. We think of Africa that way because it has been posited to us that way, but that is not the case. And I think that the continent is probably beautiful, and I have not gone to be able to say what is or what ain't. However, what we see on the internet shows that it's a huge contradiction to what the people who are here in the Western world are saying. You see so many Nigerians and other Africans come over here, talk about how well it is and how well-to-do Africa is, yet they are here and not there. The reason being is because there's a oops right there. There's a lie there. There's nothing there like you think it is. That's why they're here. But Black America needs to get out of their brain what they think it is over there, because you thinking that because of the media telling you this. I'm going to let this dude who's African himself tell you about why it is that that's normal practice that Anthony Joshua and his friends couldn't even get an ambulance. They do not have the accommodations that you deem to be not even necessary. They don't even have common accommodations that we live under. Mind you, they supposed to be the motherland though. They don't even have the common natural accommodations that we use on a day-to-day basis. And y'all again want me to believe that they are the motherland and we come after. It makes no logical sense. And for Black Americans to run over there and live over there, I ain't mad at that. But for y'all to get over there and act like y'all living in a Wakanda, y'all is a damn lie. And y'all only doing that. A lot of those people are paid to get on the internet to tell you that as well. But a lot of those people are going over to Africa, making it seem like it's this big motherland Wakanda. They getting scammed, they getting unalive, and they don't have help. Let's get into what this young brother was talking about. Shout out to him, and y'all get the likes up on the video.
Anthony Joshua's accident in Lagos, Nigeria should act as a reminder for Africans in the diaspora to stop fantasizing about Africa. What you saw in that video where you had an accident, people got brains crushed out, they're lying on the road, and there is no paramedics, no emergency support, that is the reality of what most people have to live by. Majority of Africa is like that.
Let me say this. I'm glad you brought this up because, you know, I've heard my parents say this. This is a lie. This right here is a lie. Africa does not have all of the natural resources. That is a lie. That is a reason to make you think that Africa is something that it is not. Now, I'm not saying Africa isn't beautiful. I'm not saying Africa don't have resources. But to say that Africa has all of the natural resources is the biggest lie. Y'all have to do some research. And you know what I'm saying? So y'all can find the stuff out. All of the real natural resources are here. That's why all of them are here. Think about it like a house. If I have two houses, one with all the valuables and one with some, I'd rather occupy and secure the one who have the most valuables. It makes no sense for me to move in a house with less valuables in hopes that the one with all the valuables are secured. It makes no logical sense. Africa do not have all of the natural resources. That's why they all fleeing to come over here. Your natural resources come from here. Okay, and that's a whole other story about us not using our resources so you can believe that all of the natural resources come from over there. That's a lie. I'm glad you said that, though, Louisiana, because that needed to be highlighted. I heard my mom and them say that, and that's a lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell.
Someone got an accident and people are just praying for him, telling him he's not going to die. And there is nobody there seriously to help. These are, for the most part, dysfunctional countries. And this is the reality of it. That's why your parents left a long time ago and try to create a life elsewhere where you're now based. So if you're going to go to Africa, dirty December, sure, have fun. But just remember, if something goes wrong, you're on your own. There is no support. And you would easily imagine if Anthony Joshua had only 30 minutes to leave, that if he didn't get support within 30 minutes, he would lose his life. Well, would probably lose him by now, because you saw in that video, there was nothing. It's just the guy's traumatized and people just got cell phones outside in his face and just screaming and making all this, making a lot of noise. It's crazy. So when you make all this money that you're making, and you have all these fantasies about the motherland and Africa and so on, man, look, you don't have to do it. Go elsewhere. Go to Dubai, bro. Go somewhere else where you'll be safe, you'll be taken care of, and if something goes wrong, there's actually systems at work to protect you and to help you. I know the fantasies are so big and so real in a lot of people's heads, and I like going to Africa myself. I love it. But don't go with these fantasies that a lot of people have. It's just not realistic. And when Trump comes out and say, oh, these are all shithole countries, that is true. Even though a lot of Africans don't like to hear this and they hate him for it, that video is proof. In what functional society you would have that kind of scenario happens? So stop fantasizing and get real. If you're going to go to Dirty December, just remember, you are on your own.
So they want us to believe that we came from West Africa, which would be around the areas of Ghana, I guess they say Nigeria or whatever, and we supposed to come from them. They don't even have basic necessities that we use, that we deem to be basic. I need y'all to think. I just need y'all to stop and think. Stop and think. Stop and think. Like, make it make sense. Because it doesn't. He's literally telling you, you have this fantasy of Africa. And I think that Africa is a beautiful country. Let me start there first. I'm not disparaging the continent. I say country. I'm not disparaging the continent of Africa at all. However, when it comes down to us and what we have And what's going on over here is vastly different from what's happening over there, okay? I know people don't like to hear this because y'all get emotionally charged because you're taught that. But at the end of the day, you're running to a place that you did not come from and does not want you there. It is not even set up for you to be there. This Anthony Joshua thing, I have whole conspiracies behind this thing, but that's not even what this is about. I believe he went to Nigeria for that to happen, but that's a whole other thing. I'm saying all that to say, stop with this fantasy of what you think. Before y'all even sit up here running your mouth about, oh, I'm going to go move, some of y'all need to go visit. Some of y'all need to go visit. Okay, before you sitting up there listening at these people on the internet bucking y'all up to move. All these celebrities are getting paid to say they have memberships and citizenships to Ghana and all them places. So you can forfeit your land here and go there. To do what? To live in dirt roads? To do what? It makes no sense, Black America. Do your genealogy here. Find your people where you are here so that we can get up out of this hellhole. And I don't mean physically because we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I just mean period. Hold on right quick. Y'all like the video really quickly. Like the video. I'm going to play this for y'all. Shout out to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. You know, I hear often... I often hear Tariq Nasheed quote this lady, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. And I think they have some similarities in their rhetoric, very few. But this lady, her rhetoric is not the same as Tariq Nasheed's. This lady is different, you know? And she always spoke the truth about who we are versus who they are, right? And in this little clip, she's speaking about melanin, how powerful it is and how they understand who we are and we don't understand who we are. And basically why it's a problem that just us being melanated is an issue. But the most part that she talked about was, remember how Martin Luther King told us we should all mingle and be together. She spoke about how that was impossible because if we did, the white race would be annihilated. Now, in this video, they're going to talk about how in 2075, the white people would be 10 to 15%. That's way off. First of all, the time has always been off, but that number and them stats that they be giving us is way off. Okay? They say in 2075, we've never been the minority. I've been telling y'all this. We've always been the majority. They just tell us we the minority so we can think it, because if you think it, then it is so. Okay? But because I'm getting long-winded. I'm saying all that to say this lady's going to drop so many gems in this video that you need to hear. And don't just take it. Go and do your own research. Y'all, let's get into it. Hold on. She gonna break it down.
And Mr. White live next door to each other. They have the same job, the same income, the same car, the same furniture. Yes. They both walk out of the house in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Black. Good morning, Mr. White. But Mr. White is still looking, but you've got something that I don't have.
You're saying he's saying that
he's
subconsciously.
Saying, right.
Now, wait a minute. All right, we'll give you a chance in just a moment.
This is back when not reality TV. When TV shows, the daytime TV was good. This is Donahue for you young ones in the bike. They used to have the KKK. They had some Hebrews. They had some Muslims. They had everybody used to be on these shows. It was lit.
In reality, white skin is a genetic recessive status, not as said by Francis Welsing. Even though the white population says that people of color are minorities. You're genetically inferior because you are non-white. That it is the white population that is the minority. The minority on the planet.
That's the reality.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
That in spite of the fact that black people, non-white people have heard over and over again.
Meaning that if you and I were to have a baby, the baby would have color and you make the contribution and I don't.
That white plus colored, well, wait a minute. It's not Francis Welsing that is concerned about the disappearance of white. There have been multiple articles in the newspaper talking about the decline of Western populations.
Here, incidentally, this was the percentage of the West's population in 1900, the turn of this century, about 30%. This is where we'll be, less than 10% in the year 2075. Here's where we are about today, 15. So we're not having babies.
So whites are not having babies, and there is the concern.
Now, this is in the 90s. Their birth rate was declining in the 90s. Remember, I told y'all when Trump came back and wait, how he did it? Didn't Trump? How did it go? They took away the with the abortion thing. So at first it was my body, my choice, whatever the law was, where you could just go at any point. And then Trump came back and was like, hell no. Remember, I told y'all this had nothing to do with niggas. This was to procure the birth rate of the clears. I told y'all that. That's what it was, Roe versus Wade. So Roe versus Wade was designed so that any and everybody could go have abortions. When Trump came in and got rid of Roe versus Wade, it was because he understood how bad the birth rates were declining on their side. It didn't have nothing to do with us. Niggas gonna make babies, and as a matter of fact, it would probably behoove them for us to have more abortions. It was about them. That's why the first thing he did when he came back in was get rid of it, because he like, nah, I need to make it harder for them to get abortions, so it forces them to carry the babies full term so it can keep the race alive. See, this is why the clears on the right hate the clears on the left. See, the clears on the right think that they're more logical in thinking, and in a way they are. They feel that they're more logical in thinking because they feel like these left people, they just emotional, unicorn, rainbow mother effers that just want to go sing lilies and be misguided. And in a way, they're right, because you don't want to push abortions on a class of people whose birth rate is already declining, especially if it was doing it in the 90s. So when Trump came back and did Roe versus Wade, remember how Scamala all over America doing her campaign? It was odd because on one hand she was promoting abortion, but on the other hand she was promoting the right. It was weird. Anyway, so Scamala going around promoting Roe versus Wade because she wants y'all to have the abortions, because that's a whole other story with eating babies and stuff. That's a whole other story. I ain't gonna go there. But she wants y'all to have the abortions, and Trump was more or less like, no, I don't want y'all to have the abortions, because he understood. And remember, Scamala is an Indian. She probably don't give a damn about the white race neither. You got to keep in mind, the white people aren't in charge no more. Y'all just don't know it yet. Why you think all the scams and all the stuff coming up is foreigners? Why you think all the clears are panicking? Why you think all the clears are not in charge no more? I know you see them. I know you see them down everywhere, and they look like they not in charge no more. That's why they panicking, y'all. They birth rates declining, and they not in charge. But I'm saying all that to say, if they were declining in the 90s, where do you think they are in 2025? Let me let her finish cooking. Shout out to the Dr. Francis Cress Wilson.
About white genetic annihilation. In other words, I look at, this is Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday holiday. And people will say, well, here's a man who talked about love. Why was he killed? And I say that the deeper logic is, what if all black and white people and non-white people and white people love? What would happen to white people? White would disappear. You see, just mix all of the people on the planet up together.
If race didn't matter, or if color didn't matter, it follows with the jet plane.
No, I'm not saying if it didn't matter. I'm saying that indeed, if there was a mingling, if we mixed all of the people presently on the planet, stirred them up,
the white freckle-faced people would be gone.
Genetic recessive status would disappear.
Correct.
Because we have the greatest genetic potential to cause white genetic annihilation.
Because you're the blackest.
Because we, right.
The most color.
Right. We have this ability to produce melanin pigment. We have more of it than anybody else. And so the most pressure is on black people. If Mr. Black and Mr. White live next door to...
So it's not about your skin color. It's about melanin pigmentation. And this is for anybody who's melanated all over the world. I'm not necessarily talking about, and this is no shade, but I'm not necessarily talking about a lot of mixed breed people. I'm talking about Aboriginal people, people who are melanated from the soil. I'm talking about your melanated Africans, your melanated Asians, your melanated, because you know there's melanated people all over the world. Your melanated Mexicans, your melanated Hawaiians, all of these melanated Aboriginal indigenous people. These are the people who can literally genetically annihilate other groups everywhere. Even those mixed races that they created, they can genetically annihilate them because we have the dominant genes. It's not about skin color. That's to keep you socially disconnected. It is about your melanin. I told you, guard your melanin, protect your energy. It's very imperative that y'all understand if their birth rates was that low in the 90s, they are way less than they've been, and they are way less than they are. Keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. Like I said, I look more into her, and I think Tyreek likes a lot of her points, but they differ on a whole lot. Let's move on. We're going to deal with her on one of the Educational Fridays, y'all. Let me tell you, them clears are losing their mind. We're going to get into it with the Somalian immigrants, because look, you got to know this. It's the Somalian immigrants that got caught with fraud. Guess who freaking out? Guess who called them? The clears. Why do you think the clears are pushing for all this deportation? Y'all gotta, let me play the thing. Y'all gotta wake up. Why do you think the clears, the American clears, are going so hard for deportation? Y'all gotta wake up, man.
Wake up!
Please. Wake up.
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Pay attention to behavior and ask why the behavior is the way it is. They freaking the fuck out. They freaking out. And then they want to come chummy with us so that we can help them to get them out of the way. Because they know we don't have not by and large, collectively, we don't have no desire to procreate with them and mingle and mix with them. They trying to get us to help them get them out the paint. That's why Black America need to sit back and do our nails, sip our liquor, our coffee, tea, wine, and mind our business. You get it? We got a lot of fish to fry in Black America. We could be doing our genealogy. We could be getting our spiritual warfare ready together. You know what I'm saying? We could be tapping in spiritually. We have so much we could be doing. Let the trash bring itself out. Okay? You are the dominant. They are the recessive. Has always been, always will be. Watch the show. Grab your popcorn, okay? Now, this is the last thing before I move on. And I'm only bringing this up. First of all, shout out to the DL Whisperer. But I'm only bringing this up one more time. I saw Armand when we did the live, and I talked about Armand Wiggins and his dangerous rhetoric that Black American women, or women, period, are the cause for trans women being unalived in these streets because we're jealous of trans women. I noticed that when he did that, I guess I don't go over that often, but I guess when he does that, he brings up clips of when a Black American woman or a Black woman is mean to mean to a trans person or a gay person. And he uses that to prove his point that Black women are indeed the issue when it comes to trans women being unalived by men. Let me say this. First of all, that is a flawed argument because I can go find evidence of anything that I want to prove to you and use that to show you that I'm right. That doesn't mean that it's right. These are isolated incidents because I want to say this when I move forward. Before I move forward, by and large, not even by and large, there isn't a small percentage of Black American women that are responsible, that have not been recorded, that have not even been shown to be responsible for trans women's death. So to get on the internet and say something like that was so inherently dangerous. And what was more dangerous was that there were women in the chat who were agreeing. Very dangerous. Now, I'm going to show you what Armand did, and I'm going to show you how I can convince Black women that no, it's actually the trans who hate Black women. You see, I'm not doing this in real life, but I'm going to show you exactly what Armand did, and then I'm going to show you exactly how I can take your mind and turn it and make you believe what I want you to believe. Because these are what I'm about to show you and what our mind shows y'all over there are isolated incidents. Isolated incidents. But we're going to use these to show that black women are a problem to trans women and to gay men. If that was the case, to those who feel like that, get out the way. Stop going be mingling with these girls. Girls, stop mingling with them. But they don't want to do that. I want to show you this clip of Pookie. Now, this is the same trans girl who our mom was saying that E.T. was trying to get killed because the trans girl didn't come and tell the boys before she was intimate with them that she was a trans. Now, that video I showed y'all where the boy was talking to those men, apparently those men were from Now That's TV. They were producers or what? I don't know. And they were telling the guy who got catfished that, hey, it's charging to the game. Again, let's get into Pookie and Pookie going back and forth with a real woman, telling the real woman that he looks more like a woman than she. Now, it's the back and forth banter for me that's already number one a trigger. But number two, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Do not allow people to get on this internet and make up your mind. Have your own decision making and use your own brain. There's nothing nowhere, like I said, that shows that Black American women are responsible for the deaths of trans women, and it is inherently dangerous for anybody to get on their platform and say some stupid duck ass shit like that. The fact of the matter is a lot of those women have been killed because they have not disclosed who and what they are in entirety to a lot of these men. And then a lot of those men do know, and they get exposed, and that fear of being exposed is why a lot of those trans girls end up dead. But to sit there and say it was us, fucked up, okay? Now I want to show y'all the same Pookie that Armand was trying to use to be the victim here. Let's get into Pookie, and shout out to the DL Whisperer because he be clocking them motherfuckers like 90 going west. I love him down. Let's get into it, y'all. And I'm not only gonna stay here for a little bit, and then we moving on.
You look more like a nigga than me.
Now, mind you, it's the trans girl in the middle telling the girl that she looked more like a nigga than her.
That's fine, but I'm a real woman. Right, but you don't look like
I used to be a stud, so I'm
just
okay.
saying, though.
I'm okay with looking like a nigga. I used to be a stud.
Sitting out telling a man that you used to be a stud, it's like, why are you even arguing with a person that you know is the man? Like,
facts. I wouldn't even justify where I used to be a stud. I would have said, all right, take your wig off, I'm going to take mine off. Take your makeup off, I'm going to take mine off. Take your titties off, oops. Take your drawers off, I'm going to take mine off. And let's go with that. Let's go from there. But to even go back and forth with a nigga in a wig on who look more like a woman, you could never get that energy out of me. Never. Never.
Like, why? Why?
Being real, though. I'm gonna be real.
That's cool.
You look like a man.
That's fine, but I'm not one.
Your shoulders are broad.
But I'm not one.
Your ass is
But
flat.
you are one.
You probably do have a flat.
But I'm not one. But you,
That's
I
fine.
don't, babe. I
That's
promise
fine.
you I do not.
But I do have a vagina as well.
I'm so tired of hearing.
I've had enough. I'm saying all that to say this is the very Pookie. I could take that argument that I just showed y'all. I could take that argument and say, well, trans women are just really jealous of women and they only hang around women so that they can copy their aesthetic, their ways, their language, you know, the things that they do and say, the way that they dress, copy all the things that we do normally and naturally so that they can get there and be in competition with them. I can make a whole rant on that and have y'all really believing that all trans women are jealous of real women. But that's just not the truth. It's not the truth. And I would never get on my platform and say no stupid ass shit like this. Because just like Pookie, this is a one-off incident. And I would never get on my platform and say trans women, trans men, or trans women or whatever is a national threat or a threat to black women. And I would never get on this platform, or I would never appreciate nobody else getting on their platform saying that black women are a threat to trans women. And at this point in time, if we so much of a threat to each other, everybody go to their corners. But I bet you nobody don't want to do that though. I bet you y'all don't want to do that though. If we say, okay, if it's such a threat, then trans girls, y'all go to your corner. I bet you, but we don't need that. It's very important that I get that out. Black women are not the cause of trans women getting killed or unalive. We don't even be around them enough Stop taking the onesie twosies who hang with them to tell us that it's us. No. And to black women, stop letting men tell you who the hell you are and what the hell really is going on. Y'all hoes be so male identified, girl. Let's move on. I don't care if the nigga come in a wig. Some women be so male identified that even if the nigga come in a wig, they listen. It's ridiculous at this point. Yeah, I just had to put that out there. Okay? I didn't know that cameo song, that back, forth, and forth, that was about trans women. I had no clue. I saw that on TikTok. I said, ooh. Let's move on. Now, I want to get into this Natalie Nunn, since we're on the ignorant shit. So Natalie Nunn, I told y'all yesterday she was mad because she did that interview with Cam Newton and she looked at a mess. She looked at a hot ass mess. It just was what it was. Oh, no. Before we get that, Benzino got a message for y'all. Benzino said Benzino is responding really quickly. He's responding to the allegations about him sleeping with Bobby Valentino. For y'all who don't know, it was rumored by his ex-wife, Althea, that him and Bobby Valentino are sleeping together. I don't know who's doing the bending. I would assume it's both, okay? Now, according to Althea, Bobby Valentino was all in her house sleeping with her husband. Now, Bobby Valentino has come out recently and said that he's going to get lawyers. What's his name? Benzino done said everything except I didn't sleep with that nigga. And now he's over there with the cane. Carlos, that is, and he wants to give a more clarification about how he's allegedly not sleeping with Bobby Valentino, child.
Ask you this: why do you think your child's mother would put you and Bobby Valentino in the same sentence with this allegation?
Because from your knowledge, Carlos, am I gay?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know you to be gay. That's why I want to, and that's been my right. So,
first of all, she's not in her right mind, and she has to say something. So this is the most thing that she got to sensationalize.
Carlos asked you if you was gay, and you said, Carlos, have you ever heard I was gay? Who does that? No! What is why? Y'all making it normal for people just to stop answering questions with yes or no. And I don't like that. I think that's the most confusing thing that can happen to the English language. Y'all are not making people answer questions with one word no more. We got to go back to yes and no. We got to get back to it. See, we done got too complicated for our own good. Oh, yeah, we don't even know what to do. We got to get back to yes and no. All that other stuff, you can come after that. But we got to get back to that. All of that, girl, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Something. She probably looking at the Bobby and whatever situation, allegations on him. You know, me and Bobby, okay, used to stay in the same building in Marietta. Bobby was my guy. We had videos together. I'm in this movie, Hollywood Hearts. Like, Bobby's a good dude. You know, as far as Bobby and the allegations, ain't got nothing to do with me. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't, you know, like, I consider Bobby as a friend. And to say that we're having sexual relations, defense-wise in a lawsuit, you'd have had to been there, right? Or you'd have to have some type of video, picture, something for you to say something like that so publicly and go to the blogs with it. Knowing that there's lawsuits out there and good lawyers, you would have to have something to show that. And I mean, she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I think she messed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, one thing I want to clear up. I'm not going to keep making excuses as things for mental health. People use mental health, right, when it's convenient for them. But, you know, being evil, manipulative, nasty, mean, money hungry, materialistic, that has nothing to do with mental health. All this, you know what this was all about? And this is a sad situation. And that's why I know there got to be something. After all this, that night she posted, go to the link, go to my OnlyFans. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Nigga, what? What? Girl.
I want to ask you that.
Benzino was over there talking loud and ain't saying nothing. Y'all heard it. That nigga talking about mental health, the dry cleaning company he just bought. That nigga talking about how he got to go to the store later on because he cooking. Nigga, what? What? Yeah, Zeno, you a punk. That's all right, though. We like punks. You a punk. That's all right. It's a punk. That's all. It's a punk. That's all right. It's a punk. That's all right. That's all right. We love everybody over here. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. Now I want to move on right quick to Natalie and her duck ass. So apparently, Natalie Nunn was asked, what does a baddie bring to the table? Well, Cam Newton asking her that, it was kind of an oxymoron, pot calling kettle, because yeah, Cam Newton has money, but I doubt he brings anything else to the table. However, he has Natalie on his podcast, and she drunk as a skunk, or whatever the case. Natalie was asked, what does a baddie bring to the table? And I think this is one of the reasons why she was mad about the interview, because she knows she looked stupid. Let's get into him asking her what a baddie brings to the table. And I'm going to tell you now, I review baddies every week. I know all of the baddies, and I want to be the first to tell you, what does a baddie bring to the table? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't care if they got money. Them hoes don't bring nothing. Let's get into it, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
The man take a baddie serious.
Because I pay the bills. Because I'm a boss. So how much more serious does it need to get?
You're talking about you.
I'm just saying baddies. Baddies pay the bills. All my baddies get money. Every last one of them are rich. I know what I pay these girls. They make more money than anybody in America on a 9-to-5, you got a good job. My bitches is paid.
Now, I just want to stop her right quick because she kind of lied. Yes, her bitches do make more than the average person on a 9-to-5. But are they getting money? No. It's like when I was waiting tables. When I was waiting tables in New Orleans, we had certain seasons where we know we can make $1,000 a day. Bitch, I was making $1,000 a day, and at the end of the week, broke is a joke. It's because when the money comes fast, it goes even faster. So even though they might be paying these hoes $10,000 to fight that one, $20,000 to fight that one, they walking away with nothing. So yes, they are getting paid technically more than the 9-to-5. But on average, walking around day to day, do these girls have more money than the average person? Absolutely not. I just want to clear that up because she low-key kind of lied.
So at the end of the day, you said, why should anyone take a baddie serious? Because we pay the fucking bills.
Why should a man?
Because we pay the bills.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What if you're dealing with a man?
It doesn't matter. Well, first of all, I deal with Jacob. And but my baddies, I got a couple of baddies that
I'm not speaking in
no wait.
Your
so my baddie Anna is dating an MLB player.
Okay,
they get money. He makes more money than her for sure.
But Anna is an anomaly. Anna Mack is an anomaly. She has an MLB player. The fact of the matter is, the average girl on baddies ain't gonna get no MLB, NFL, or no NBA player. It just is what it is. They not gonna get that. Anna is an anomaly. And then ain't her man, he black, but ain't he like Dominican or something? He not even no nigga. Like, but she's using, because this is a selling point for Natalie. Because remember, we got more seasons coming up. Natalie need more baddies. Now she's put on a hot seat and can't answer the question because all he's asking is, what does a baddie bring to the table? And any woman who understands what a woman is can easily say, oh, well, first of all, I bring this. I'm a nurturer. I can cook. I can clean. I can do this. I can da-da-da-da. You know, where you fall, I pick up. Where you lack, I am strong. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But she on here hollering, well, you know, we pay the bills. First of all, no, y'all don't. Natalie might. But they don't. Let's start there. I'm not saying that they don't, but they don't have money like Natalie does, okay? Secondly, she's using these small anomalies to make it seem like it's better than what it really is. And the fact of the matter is it's trash. These girls don't have nothing inside or out. That's why it's so difficult for my girl Natalie to answer what a baddie brings to the table. Because the fact of the matter is they don't have nothing to bring to the table. Just loud mouth in lace front glue. I don't know.
She don't give a fuck. They don't care. Yeah. Baddies don't care.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
Because I pay the bills.
But what I'm referring to is it's not necessarily about money all the time. And I think
no, you said that.
No.
You said what is it that makes a male?
No, I will say it again.
Okay, say it again.
Why should a man take a baddie serious?
I just told you. When they make more money and they're the boss.
That's cool.
She's the boss.
But,
so he makes, so what I was trying to refer to is he makes more money, right?
Right.
But she's the boss.
Okay, take money out of it.
No, it was money out of it. He definitely makes more money than her. She's still running that shit.
Okay, but take financials out of it.
Okay, so
what are the qualities that a baddie may bring to the table?
She's definitely more popular than him. I don't even know who the fuck he is. So if he wants, respectfully, I don't watch Major League Baseball, but if he wants to be like with a,
but what I'm referring to is it's not
young, successful baddie that is an it girl. That's what she's bringing to the table, because she's definitely her follower, everything. She's more popping. So I don't know. Sometimes, like, I'm a little bit older. I don't really care about social media and followers and all that, but the younger people do. You know that. So maybe she brings more like to the table, like for social media and like popularity. Or
but
whatever.
You're not answering my question.
No, you just asked. What?
No, I'm gonna guide you.
I don't know. Don't guide me. Oh my God.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get to an answer.
Right. I don't know. Baddies bring a lot to the table.
Can you name something?
Great mothers.
Okay, talk about it.
I put $1 million swimming pool in my backyard because my daughter says she wants to swim.
Okay.
So I put a pool. It cost me $909. It was like $1 million. Okay. I put him. Young, successful.
You know, I felt so many emotions listening to this for so many reasons. But one of the things that I noticed was, I said, well, this girl can't explain what a baddie is, right? But then it dawned on me. Natalie is what? I'm 42, so Natalie got to be about 45, about 43, 44, 45, something like that. And Natalie herself can't explain what a baddie is, which means I'm sitting here thinking it's these young girls with this ignorant ass mentality. But then it dawned on me, no, Vu, you've been paying attention. It's a lot of girls my age with this mentality too, who sound just like Natalie. Successful, beautiful. Y'all remember I told y'all I was at a bar and this girl was sitting across the bar, beautiful girl. I don't know if I told y'all, but I went to a bar about a month or so ago. And I was just up and down, just chilling, cooling. And this girl sat across from me. And she was a pretty girl. She like she had her shit together. She like she had her own stuff. But when she opened her mouth, she was dumb as a box of rocks. Okay. So I had already had interactions to realize that a lot of these girls are like this. And Natalie is a representation of what a lot of women are doing today in 2025. And it's scary. We so focused on what it looks like that we don't understand what it is. See, I hate the question of what a person, a woman, or a man brings to the table, because what's understood don't need to be explained. I even hate that line of questioning altogether. However, to be asked that question and not even be able to formulate an answer is very telling. That means that everything that Natalie has is her claim to fame. That's her goal. That's her all. She's talking about we great mothers. How can Natalie describe herself being a great mother? I put $1 million pool in my backyard. Hello, are y'all, is this thing on? What's going on here? What's happening here? Baddies, although I like it, if you let it abuse you, meaning if you let it overtake you mentally, emotionally, and all that stuff, you will end up being dumb just like these girls, able to get money and don't even realize how stupid you are. The baddie mentality is a problem. It's not even watching the show. It's not even having the show. The baddie mentality is a huge problem in the Black American, especially the Black women American community. We got to get rid of this mentality. It's one thing to look good, feel good, be bad or whatever the case may be. Every woman goes through that. Every woman want to feel like that every day. But to have this mentality is sick. And Natalie is a representation of what a lot of women are like on the inside of their brains today. It really is. And it's not just the young girls. It's the older girls too. And that's the scary part. That's the real scary part. I ain't gonna hold you. It's terrifying to me because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, damn, if she can't explain what she can't even explain what good qualities of being a mother is. That girl said, I bought $1 million pool. God bless the girl. Black women, it's bigger than going to school too. Because I don't want to hear, but I'm educated. I got this degree. Education don't mean nothing. We got to change our mentalities. We have to. Stop falling victim to this internet shit. This is just internet shit. We gotta start tapping out of this shit. I tell y'all every day I tap off the internet. Every single day. When I walk out in the real world, girl, if them people ask me what I do, girl, I work at Frito-Lay, bitch. Them people don't know me. I love it. I tap off the internet. Every time I end this live, I tap off this bitch. I don't be on here like that. If you, man, watch out. Even when you see me green, I'm working. I tap out of here. Bitch, where you work? Waffle House. What's up? Sure do. Bitch, I'm a regular. I don't want nothing to do with the internet when I get off because it's frying our brains. For real, it's really frying our brains in real time. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's just me, 5466. Thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, happy belated birthday to your daughter. She's a cappy. Yep, she sure is. So she good. And happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday. It's just me. I hope you have many more birthdays to come. Happy birthday. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Shout out to y'all in the building. How do you say this? Let me stop so I can see this. Mimi, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Y'all get the likes up on the video if you haven't already, please. And thank you, because we're about to move into the main topics that we have on the docket, if y'all call it that. I don't know. Today. Y'all like the video. Thank you again for the super chat, Mimi. She says, hey, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm here to enjoy the show. Be blessed in this new year, everybody. Yes, be blessed. Be blessed, y'all. Happy New Year. Thank you for the super chat, Mimi. Jackie Jackson, thank you for the super chat. Says, girl, you know I need me a back alley mechanic for real. I might need to call my uncle or brother to work on my car. They always trying to get your money. Happy New Year's Eve, boo and chat. That's why I always keep me a shade tree, and I'm always keep me an old school. Cause see, when the government take that remote control and cut y'all cars off, bitch, I'm going to put my key in the ignition. That way you got to get that bitch gas like this. And then you put the key in that bitch and go. I'm going to get me one of them. Because see, when they cut y'all cars off, bitch, I'm going to be rolling. Oh, got to know it. Girl, I'm going to be rolling. What's up? See, when they cut y'all car off, when y'all car get cut off, y'all going to be, voo, I could get a ride. Oh, no, baby. Oh, no. Plug your car up. Plug up your car. Oh, no. Y'all want to be flying fancy and flossing, huh? Oh, boo, can you bring me to the store? Oh, no, baby. Plug your car up. Go plug you up. Plug yourself up. I don't have nothing to do with that, baby. But voodoo, your car's putting black smoke in the air. That bitch rolling, though. Go plug your car up. Go plug up your car. Because, baby, when I start mine up, I don't want to hear nobody running up the street talking about they need a ride. No, sir. No, sir. And I'm putting a club on my steering wheel so you hoes can't steal it. Yes, I am. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's it. Y'all want to be flying flossy with the new BMWs when they get the remote control on y'all? Don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna start blocking everybody. Right when they right when they hit the remote control on y'all call, I'm cutting my phone off. Ain't gonna get in touch with me, girl. Bye. But voodoo, I gotta feed these children. Get the walking. DoorDash, bitch. I'm on my way to Walmart. What's up? I'm on my way to Kroger, bitch. Catch me in traffic. Bye, y'all. Oh, yeah. Go have an ashtray in the car. Girl, please. Yes, ma'am. Go have an ashtray. I'm going to have an ashtray. An 8-tray. Girl, yes. And I'm going to have me and I'm going to put my air freshener in the rearview mirror. Girl, please. Y'all gonna come running up on. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be that girl. Then it's gonna be like, now see, I wasn't that girl when y'all had y'all new little cars. Now it's woo, girl, bye, girl, please get off of me. I got to breathe like Tony. Get off of me, girl. I got to breathe. Watch when I start my that bitch gonna sound like this. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting in that bitch like this, like Junior. Bitch, we gonna be up and down I-85, I-75, like Rockhead running up the hill with Junior. But bitch, we gonna be rolling. You get it? We gonna be rolling. You got to know it. Gonna be rolling. Say what I said, girl. It is what it is. Y'all can have all these new cars, girl. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. Because they're gonna cut the remote control off on y'all ass. Got to know it. Gonna cut the remote control off. Feel sorry for you, but not too sorry. Hello? Because I'm going to be rolling, girl. Got to know it. I will be rolling. Now, let's get into Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. Now, before we get into Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, he got another baby on the way. Yes, he does. He got another baby on the way, and he's a punk. I'm telling you, it's a punk. Y'all don't want to listen to me, but it is definitely a punk. Now, this is coming from Tasha K. They said that influencer Eileen Lopera files paternity suit against Stefon Diggs, claims she has irrefutable evidence. Now, this person is an influencer, and she's alleging that she is too pregnant for Stefon Diggs. Now, it seems to be a trend that if you're black and you got money, you can just go have babies all over the world. And it seems to also be a trend that they go get all these racially ambiguous women pregnant. And I'm here for it. Go get them pregnant. Knock them up, fat. Because you ain't going to leave with your inheritance no way. However, with Baddie, y'all have been on here thinking this girl was having all this love and bliss. She just was down there at the bottom of the stairs for Christmas with her and the badass churn, even the new baby collection. It was her culture creation, couture, and collection. That's the last baby, collection. She had collection in her arms like this, culture, couture, and creation down there tearing the whole house up. Y'all was sitting up there telling me that she was happy, that it was a wonderful time. It was the most wonderful time of the year. And I told y'all that's a bald head lie. Because I told y'all as a woman, if I just shitted out a baby and the baby daddy somewhere else is going to be a problem. But that's neither here nor there. So fast forward, I told y'all when he had all them other women coming out the woodworks with the babies, that was stressful on that girl. But y'all want us to believe that Cardi and Stefon are happily ever after in bliss. And that's just not the truth. Okay, Cardi has been stressed out this whole time. That girl has been cosplaying every time she get on this internet, acting like everything is cool, but that hoe is at home windmilling on the air. Do you hear me? That hoe windmilling harder than Trey did on Boys in the Hood. You understand what I'm saying? I know she is, because I would be windmilling when I get off the live. Bitch, you know I would. Now, here he go with another girl that popped up, and this ain't even the least of his worries. This is the least of his issues, right? Let's get into this. Influencer Eileen Lopera has officially filed a paternity lawsuit naming NFL wide receiver Stefon Diggs as the father of her unborn child. Court documents show Lopera is requesting DNA testing and full paternal or parental support, alleging she has irrefutable evidence to support her claims. As of now, Diggs has not publicly responded. Well, he's got too much on his plate. But again, y'all want me to believe because y'all have this fantasy. Y'all live. I told y'all Cardi B and them is the new Young and the Restless because y'all stuck on the Victor Newman, whoever he could be in your fan base. Y'all stuck on the Victor Newmans of this world, and y'all really believe that these people are living good lives, and they not. Plus, Stefon Diggs has been a womanizer since the beginning of time, and he's very feminine. Okay? But again, all it takes is a quick snapshot. Them at the game, giving a little fake kiss, giving a little fake hug, and that's all it takes to sell to y'all. Stop falling for the hype. Please, it is imperative that you stop falling for this hype. The world is a stage, number one. So number one, even if they get married and have children, don't mean it's real. That's why y'all believe politicians really be in love with their wives and children. Okay? But even on top of that, Cardi B, by getting with Stefon Diggs, probably thought it was going to help her for her career, but it's actually hurting her. And this is why she's probably more stressed than he at the moment. Because bad juju or bad stuff on his name is also bad on her name. And on top of that, you got 4 babies at the crib that you got to deal with, and this nigga ain't there. Let me show y'all this video. Because we're going to get into the lawsuit before we get into... but before we get into the lawsuit, I want to show y'all something. No, we're not there yet. Hold on. Y'all like the video while I look for this right quick. Okay. So, remember I told you the world is a stage. And remember I told you that the reason that these people, you see a lot of athletes dealing with rappers, a lot of entertainers mixing and mingling as far as relationship-wise. I told you it was created. I told you it was set up literally for them to do that. It's like an arranged marriage. They doing like arranged relationships and stuff. And yes, babies are coming from this and marriages are coming from this. For some of them, it is written for that to happen. For others, it's just happening. Y'all can sit up here and call me a conspiracy theorist all you want. I'll be that. But what I'm telling you is this is all a bunch of bull. So now fast forward. Cardi B, mind you, has been on the left side politically. She's been doing all this political stuff. And a lot of stuff has been coming back on all of these rappers who've been saying one thing and then coming back on another. Cardi B, hold on, let me pull it up. The way that their careers are set up through the media is they have a lot of masks that they're wearing. One of the masks that a lot of these artists are wearing is their relationships, okay? Let's start with that. All these people y'all see together, y'all think it's together, is really not. That's a mask. Then on top of that, you have their political affiliates. Those are also masked for most of them. Some of them on here telling y'all the truth. But for the most part, and when I say this about celebrities, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about the ones who out here sheep herding. Okay? Now, another mask that they have is their political affiliates, right? They will get on here and say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm pro this, I'm pro that, anti this and anti that. But it is all a mask to get you to follow them and to get you to believe that there's something they're not, so they can really shift in what they really want you to know, or at least the underlying messages, right? Cardi B, who has so many disparaging things to say about Trump, who has so many disparaging things to say about this, that, and the third. Because remember, before she became a leftist, before she was big on Scammer, she didn't like them either. She was on the internet saying crazy stuff about them. But remember, they're puppets. They have to do exactly what they're told. And I'm going to tie this into the Stefon stuff. Because Cardi B, you're going to see a lot of them flip-flop, even with Nicki. They're flip-flopping because they're being given and fed scripts. The scripts that they're given is to portray these images of who they are, but that's not really who a lot of these people are. They're being told what and how to do to keep you messed up. Okay? Stefon Diggs already came from a life of being a bigot. I ain't gonna say a bigot, but a womanizer. He has a past history of abuse. He's had a past history of other people saying, even men coming out saying that he's abused them allegedly sexually and all types of other things. Cardi B also has had that past abuse. However, when they get cloaked by this celebrity blanket that they put on them and they put this shine on them and make y'all think that these people are gods and goddesses, all of that goes away. All of it goes away. However, whenever they get in trouble, all of that stuff comes back up. Now, if they are still in good deeds or in good dealings with the companies or the powers that be, they typically like to suppress these things. But ultimately, when they come up, they come up. Now, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, well, Stefon Diggs getting dragged. Let me back up. Because some people are saying that Stefon Diggs is getting dragged because he's with Cardi B. No, Stefon Diggs been getting dragged. Baddie gang, y'all just meeting this nigga. Let's start that first. But when Stefon gets dragged, Cardi B gets dragged. This is why allegedly Cardi B called the girl. I feel like I'm all over the place. Hold on, y'all. When Stefon gets dragged, Cardi B gets dragged. This is why Cardi B called the girl allegedly when she claimed that Stefon Diggs strangulated her. But because Stefon Diggs is under fire and Cardi B is connected to him, they are both under fire. So this would be why Stefon Diggs this would be why Cardi B, would be the person to call the girl to have her calm this stuff down, because she got a tour coming up. She got all this stuff coming up. And if this girl and his allegations come out to be true, it can affect her. They connect these celebrities on purpose so that your juju can, if it's good juju, can help my bad juju. Okay? So, like for instance, Stefon Diggs under fire for all these allegations. Cardi B being on the good side of the media, she can help his career. She can help him to come up and not look so bad. That's another reason why a lot of these people are together. I told y'all Jay-Z and Beyonce was together like that. Neither here nor there. Stefon Diggs stuff coming up. Cardi B stuff coming up, and it's going crazy. It said Cardi B, who once said Trump was trying to hustle women out of their rights, contacted a woman her boyfriend assaulted to convince her not to press charges. And we haven't gotten quite here yet, but this is what I want to talk about before we get into his charges. Cardi B allegedly called this girl or contacted this girl, the girl who alleges that Stefon Diggs did something to her, but she did this for a reason, because if Stefon Diggs looks like an assaulter, it affects her. And a lot of y'all says, oh, well, they're not married, it shouldn't affect her. No, once they connect them in public and y'all think that they are an item, it's almost like they are married. His shit is Cardi shit. If he go down bad in his career, it affects Cardi. So this is why Cardi is going to get on the phone, just the same reason why Nicki got on the phone with her boyfriends or husband's accusers. Because if he looks bad, I look bad. So it's been alleged that Cardi was calling this girl and contacting this girl to have the girl not to press the charges, and it made the girl go hard even more. So the girl really went press the charges, because first of all, everybody's not a fan of Cardi. Let's start there first. Everybody's not a fan. However, even if she was a fan, bitch, who is you to call me to tell me to drop these charges and your nigga is a perv? If he really your nigga. Let's get into this. Cardi B spoke a lot about protecting women's rights while campaigning for Kamala last year. Turns out she could care less about the rights of women. Her boyfriend, Patriot star Stefon Diggs, is accused of brutally assaulting a female personal chef over a payment dispute. But instead of Cardi B calling out her boyfriend, she told the woman it wasn't a big deal. Let's get into this whole thing right quick, because I feel like I'm gonna get into it anyway. So let's get into and I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Let's get into Stefon Diggs and these allegations, y'all. Y'all like the video, because Cardi B is going out real sad, if you ask me. For this girl to be sitting up here calling somebody about what the hell he got going on, you a new age fool. But I get it. She had to do that because if he looks bad, she looks bad. Hold on. And this is according to CBS Sports. It says New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs faces charges of felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery in connection with the December 2nd incident, according to CBS Boston's review. It says a paperwork filed in Dedham District Court. Diggs' attorney appeared Tuesday in court. The New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. The Patriots said in a statement, Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies these allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue to gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL as necessary. Out of respect for all parties involved, and given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time. Let me also say this while we get into this. The NFL is going to stand by Stefon, not because they care. He is an investment. He's an investment. They have invested millions of dollars into Stefon. So the NFL ain't going to get off of this until the water get too hot. So they have to protect him, not because they care about him, not because they like him. That's their money. Okay? So when they say, oh yeah, girl, we knew about it, they telling you we knew about it, so y'all can leave them alone about it and wait for the facts to come out. Then they gonna let the nigga go. Because you got to know they gonna let him go. It goes on to say Diggs is scheduled to be in court Friday, January 23rd for his arraignment. The date falls 2 days before the AFC Championship game. I want to also say this. I believe that they held this on purpose. Now, I don't know if it was for the benefit of Stefon or to the detriment of Stefon, because I'm pretty sure this ain't something that just happened. But I know behind the scenes, there's a lot of workings that go on. It's just like, oh, not now. We need this for the playoffs. Or, oh, not now. We need that for that. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It says a woman that was working as a private chef filed charges on December 22nd after the alleged incident on December 2nd. Okay, so this happened on December 2nd, according to police report obtained by ESPN. The woman told police that Diggs entered her bedroom and smacked her after they discussed money he owed her. She also says that she attempted to push Diggs away, and Diggs tried to choke her by placing his elbow around her neck. The woman also claims that Diggs' assistant tried to get her to sign a non-disclosure agreement before she received her payment. It says, we are aware of the matter, and we have been in contact with the club, the NFL said in a statement. We have no further comment at this time. This news comes less than a week before New England caps its 2025 regular season at home against the Miami Dolphins. The 13-3 Patriots already clinched a spot in the NFL playoffs by winning the AFC East and could still capture the number 1 seed if they beat Miami and the Denver Broncos lose to Los Angeles Chargers. We don't care. Diggs is an important piece of the New England Patriots. Hello. As its first postseason run since 2021. You want to know why the Patriots are sitting up here telling y'all we got them? Shh, we just not making no comments. They on the run to the playoffs, baby. They ain't been since 2021. Okay, they're protecting their investment. He emerged as quarterback Drake May's favorite target in what represents his first season back from an ACL tear. The veteran Diggs, who has 970 yards receiving on the year, is just 30 yards away from becoming New England's first 1,000-yard receiver since Julian Edelman in 2019. These people were about their money. These people were about their coin, their money, because you got to know, Stefon ain't the only one get a kickback for making these yards. The team get one too. See, when they matched Stefon and Cardi, they didn't just match anybody. You see, y'all looking at what's that little girl named, the little gymnast and whole man? Y'all looking at them and y'all thinking, oh, because that one seems genuine, that all the rest of them are. No. They tapped these two together on purpose. I told y'all when they first started dating, Stefon Diggs is at the top of the wide receiver chain when it comes to the NFL football. He's one of the best. That nigga gonna get a jacket down at the Hall of Fame if his little Petey bird can't stay in his pants. He top of the top now. He ain't no any old body in the NFL game. Simone Biles, that's her name. But they attached them together on purpose because she needs to be just as big as he. Because she's going to help his career and he's going to help hers. Okay? Now it goes on to say, we talked about the yards. He comes off a 6-catch, 101-yard performance against the New York Jets. His 82 receptions for 970 yards are both team highs. Diggs is the first year of the 3-year. He is in his first year of a 3-year contract worth $69 million. So if you want to know why the New England Patriots are saying, shh, because that's $70 million, girl. What is you saying? That's $70 million y'all on the internet running y'all dick suckers about. Girl, we got to protect our investment. And so it was alleged that once the rumors came out about him running around, hold on. it was alleged that once Cardi B heard about this, she decides to allegedly contact the girl. Why would you do that? Why? I think what was going on in Cardi's mind, I think Cardi believed in her head that her celebrity was going to save the day. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, Cardi B? This nigga on his way down to the ground, not because he's not a good person. I'm sorry, a good football player, because he can't keep his penis in his pants. He's a pervert. A lot of them niggas in Hollywood are perverts. So you go get pregnant by a nigga that you supposed to just rebound off. You supposed to rebound off this nigga. You supposed to rebound off this nigga to make your ex mad, and then you turned around and got caught up with a baby on this nigga, and he a whole perv. This ain't the first time he done got caught up. A boy came out and said he sexually assaulted them. And you go call a girl to see if the girl could drop the charges. And then the girl came out and said, hell no, and she gonna up the charges. That's ridiculous. Everybody not a fan. I told y'all, first of all, celebrityism is dead. Only celebrities who still have fan base are their own fan base. But the average person don't give a damn about no damn celebrity. So why is you getting on the phone? And then furthermore, with social media being the new wave of celebrityism, girl, a social media content creator could be more big of a celebrity than the actual celebrities. So you calling these girls, and mind you, Stefon Diggs don't have no regular schmegular baby mamas. And I'm not saying it like they top tier, but he has some like IG model type baby mamas. So I'm pretty sure if the chef have a BBL, she look like the baby mama. So now you calling the chef, because I'm pretty positive he was dropping dick off over there too. Come on now. Come on now. It's a punk. That's what they do. I'm pretty positive he was dropping dick off by the chef too. Because what you mean you busting in her room asking about some money? Now here it is. You got a save face for the internet, duck, goose. Yeah, Baddie. You got a save face for the internet and get on the internet and make 10 like you happy when we know you not. That's why you on here saying, y'all, what you want me to do? Put the baby back in my vagina? What you want me to do? Don't nobody want you to put the baby up. We want you to put your coochie up. Ain't nobody asked you to put the baby up. You over here on the internet making 10 like you happy, making 10 like y'all get them 5-second clips on the internet is real, when the fact of the matter is you going through hell. Molly, you in danger, girl. And I know you windmilling on postpartum depression. So you got postpartum depression. This nigga running 90 going west, not up the field, but it looked like up the coochie. He got charges coming all out the woodworks. Everywhere you turn, people been telling y'all Stefon Diggs ain't worth a dime. But just because he got with Cardi, now all of a sudden he a new nigga, and now all of a sudden y'all shocked when all of the stuff come out. I been told y'all this nigga was a punk and a freak. I been said it. And this the worst part. This how I know if Diddy had herpes, bitch, I know most of the celebrities got herpes and AIDS, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Because they all out here sleeping with each other with no condoms. Stop me when I start lying. Everybody doing skin to skin. Everybody in the celebrity world going skin to skin. You wonder why I tell more ugly ass running around here talking about she on prep. They all skin to skin. Ooh. Girl, BV, yeast infections, bitch. They probably got new yeast infections that I ain't even heard of. Everybody is skin to skin. Let me put the head in. Everybody putting the head in. So if Diddy had herpes, I know everybody out there got it. Everybody got it. You think it's only rampant in y'all neighborhoods and y'all cities? No. All your faves running around here with the Nestle Crunch on their coochies and their birds too. Everybody's skin to skin. So you're not about to tell me that everybody ain't sharing the Nestle Crunch. Girl, y'all can have it. So now we know they skin to skin because she just got pregnant. She ain't been with that nigga that long. And we know he's skin to skin because how many hoes he got pregnant? Bitch, Johnny had 2 apples. Take away one, how many do Johnny have? Bitch, I'm not about to go tongue wrestling with all y'all. This girl is living a life of misery. And we hadn't even gotten into the fact that the music industry is working her like a Hebrew slave. But all y'all see is the money and her looking good on the red carpet, and there you go. That girl living in misery. Hell even. She waking up on a day-to-day basis in hell. And by the time she catch her breath to get out of hell, she got to go to work. Can't even nurture her womb. Can't even nurture her children. Because she just told you she going to be away from her children because now the industry pulling her to go to work. Because they're in the industry going skin to skin. Mind you, he's had allegations against other men. And they in the industry going skin to skin. Girl, y'all different. Y'all different. Yeah, y'all different. I don't want the Nestle Crunch on my coochie. I like mine smooth. Smooth as a baby's. That's TMI. For real. All jokes. And then this is the video. Y'all done seen it. Of them dudes asking asking their teammates. I done showed y'all this before when they first started dating. I was the first one came and showed y'all. I said, because y'all don't know this nigga. I know this nigga. Okay? They asked all the teammates, who would be the person on the team you least like to date your sister? And all of them said Stefon. Listen, if a man tells you to stay away from another man, you should run. Don't get me wrong. They got some bitch ass niggas who gonna be hating on the next nigga. I'm not talking about that. Use your discernment. But typically when a man tells you that another man ain't shit, you need to run. Because the bar for men is already in hell. Let's start there first. The bar for men is already in hell. So if other men see another man's activities and proclivities and say that that's too much or that's too far, that tells you that nigga ain't worth a dime. Do you hear me? Let's get into the famous video. It's all the people saying, all of the teammates saying they would never let Stefon date their sister.
On the team would you least like to date your sister?
What the hell?
Diggs. Why Diggs?
Man, no. We're gonna leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefon Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least like to date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
Why Diggs?
Because he's not a guy that you want to bring home to your parents. Like, you don't want your sister to bring him home to your parents, so therefore she can't date him.
What guy on this team would you...
Now, before we get to Diggs, these are his co-workers. These are his teammates, right? So these are the people who he spend most of his time with. Just like you spend most of your time at work, most of y'all spend most Americans spend more time at work than they do at home. It's written. It just is what it is. Most of y'all working over 8 hours a day. So the moment you walk out your door, the time starts. So most people spend most time away from home than home. So if his co-workers are saying that he's least likely for him to date their sister or their family, that means the things that they've seen. Mind you, the bar is already in hell. That tells you what they've seen from Diggs is ridiculous. Now let's get into Diggs. He is so feminine. From his mannerisms, he was already walking into the doggone thing with a Chanel purse on. And we gonna get into it. This boy, I never really squinted my eyes and really paid attention to Diggs. And you know what's crazy? I've heard other gay men say this. I've even heard other women say this. A lot of men who are womanizers either have women issues or mother issues, or a lot of them be battling their sexuality. And Stefon is one of those men who get with too many different women to where it's weird, right? And the way he do women is weird. And watch his mannerisms when they ask him, why he would be the person that the people would least like to date his sister or date their sisters. Watch how he like, cause he ugly. He a punk. Let's get into it.
Least like to date your sister, and I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Well, nobody want me to date this sister. I'm a great guy.
What, nobody don't want me to date their sister? Wait, cause maybe I'm reaching. But he had the towel on his head, and the man was like, "Oh, who would you least like to date your sister? I will let you know right now. You in the top. Oh, so nobody don't want me to date their sister? That's how I took it. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But it was given, oh, what them hoes say? What that hoe say? What? Oh, so they, oh, what? That's what it's given. Look, I could be reaching.
I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what it is. Just a all right, who don't I want to date my sister? Weatherly.
Why Weatherly?
Because he's ugly.
All right, let me get serious. So who I don't want to date my sister? Webby. Why Webby? Because he ugly. Because he ugly. This the winner for Cardi? This Cardi baby daddy? This Cardi baby daddy? This the nigga y'all? Because y'all see the money that he don't already have, but y'all see the 69 million and y'all get to going crazy. Y'all go slavery stupid. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to see is, because he ugly. The ugly girl. That's why men don't even call other men ugly. What?
I knew that was coming. That was the problem. He's hot. He's hot. Get the camera on him right now. He is hot. He is hot. What guy on his team would you?
Yeah, it's a punk. It's a punk. It's definitely a punk. But ultimately, this is Cardi's baby father. He is one of the most popular guys on the team, not for the best reasons. Yet still, he is the most popular guy on the team. But he does, in his defense, he put the numbers up. He that nigga. If you know about football, you know Stefon Diggs is that nigga. Now, hold on. Before we get off of him and get into this Minnesota stuff. Hold on a second. I thought I had another. I'm so tired. Oh, go back. So this is reading. I'm going to read this article to y'all as well regarding this. Y'all like the video if you haven't already. Stefon Diggs. This is really bad for Cardi, y'all. This looks horrible for Cardi. And doesn't she have a tour on the way? Isn't she selling tickets? Now, the greatest part about her fan base is they don't care. Her fan base, she's not in the Nicki bag right now where everybody hates her. And I heard her petition is beyond $70,000. So her fan base is still going to deal with her. But this can hurt her brand. This can hurt her sales. Because if she's connected to him, right? And he's got all this sexual assault and strangulation charges and all this stuff going on, people gonna look at her like, I don't want to support you because you is with him. This is why, if you notice, pay attention to the fan bases of these people. The fan base will start to protect the spouse of the person, not because they like the person, or not because they like the spouse, but because they like the person. I'll give you an example. Jay-Z. The only reason Jay-Z has the protection, and Rock Nation has the protection that it has, is because he connected himself to Beyonce. It's the same thing. When it comes down to Stefon Diggs and this girl and Cardi B, it's kind of like an anchor. It can be a good or a bad thing, but if something bad is happening on your end, it literally directly affects me too. And Cardi is she going out real sad. You still married and you got a baby for another nigga. And the other nigga you got a baby for is not an upgrade, but it's 10 steps down on the downgrade button. And y'all looking at money. First of all, he don't have $69 million. I told y'all how they make y'all rich now. I told y'all in 2025 how they create rich people today. Let me find an empty page. This how they make y'all rich in 2025. Hold on, let me make it bigger. They write it on a piece of paper. They write it. And then they put it on your phone. And then they say, there you go, you rich. You don't get the money in your account physically. You can't go to the bank and get it. They say, hey, we're going to sign you to this contract. Now, we ain't going to give you all the money up front, but if everything goes well, this is what we're going to give you. And they write it on a piece of paper and they say 69 million. And then y'all go running around here saying that these people rich, dummies. No, they not rich. This how Kanye West turned from a billionaire to a millionaire in a matter of 48 to 72 hours because the money was never theirs. He's not rich. But even if he was rich, she's going out sad. You went from being the top rapper, not because you're a better artist, but because you were selling all them fake ass streams. You went from being the top rapper to now you just a baby mama to a down low nigga who's strangling bitches. Cardi going out sad. Worse, I'm talking about, I would expect somebody like Sexy Red to go out this sad. Cardi going out sad, bro. Let's get into this article. And it's only because she's attached to this nigga. And then you had a baby by the nigga too? Dummy. New details have emerged in the case involving Stefon Diggs, who's allegedly facing felony strangulation, misdemeanor assault charges stemming from an alleged December 2nd incident. According to court documents and a police report obtained by Boston 25, the alleged victim, identified as Diggs' personal chef, claims the incident began over a dispute over unpaid wages. She alleges Diggs placed his hands around her neck causing difficulty breathing, and later asking her to sign an NDA for alleged assault. Diggs has denied the allegations. His attorney has requested the police report be impounded, of course, and judge has not yet ruled. Diggs is scheduled to be arraigned on January 23rd. The Patriots and the NFL say they are aware of the situation and are cooperating. January 23rd. When is the Super Bowl? Because everything lines up. When is the Super Bowl 2026?
Super Bowl 60 will be on Sunday, February 8th, 2026.
So if he go to arraignment on the 23rd, I'm pretty sure that the NFL must have told the people, hey, hold off on this throughout the season. We need the nigga. Hold off, right? Hold off. Then they probably say, hey, man, we at the end of the season, we got to drop it. I bet. Drop it. But make sure the court date lines up in the off season or at least in the break season. Because if the Patriots do go to the to the Super Bowl, it'll be at least round postseason. Probably after they've already been knocked out. Boom, Stefon could go deal with his court stuff. And then next year for the NFL, we beat him, forgot about it. He beat him, broke up with Cardi. She'd be back on the internet by the summertime screaming and hollering about niggas ain't shit and how she just gonna be independent. And then we be back next season with the new Diggs jerseys, like nothing happened. Everything is lining up. And Cardi's going out sad. Now, how is this gonna affect her tour? I don't think nobody was going but Baddie gang no way. So who knows? I don't know. Cardi going out sad. Stefon was the worst addition she could have ever made to her roster. Y'all sitting up here so heartbroken over your own personal situations that y'all see her going through the shit she was going through with what's that boy named Offset, and y'all was so eager for her to move on to prove Offset wrong that she walked right into hell. This nigga 10, 20, 100 times worse than Offset. Say what you want. But Offset don't have children popping up all over the goddamn America on them. And she a fertile myrtle. A fertile myrtle. So she really need to put that coochie on the shelf. But nope. All y'all see is the glitz and the glam. Hold on. Let me show you. This all y'all see. And I'm so tired of you niggas with purses. Put the pocketbook down. I'm tired. Let me show you this nigga. Hold on. Y'all should have seen this nigga walking in with his Chanel bag. I'm so tired of you niggas with purses. I'm tired. Put them down. Put them down. It's not a man bag. Put it down. No, it's not a man bag. It's a purse. It's a pocketbook. Put it down. No. It's a pocketbook. It's a pocketbook. It's a pocketbook. Hold on. Because they both was modeled by Chanel. It's a pocketbook. Put it down. It's a pocketbook. Y'all got these white folks teaching y'all how to dress. Now they got y'all wearing pocketbooks. Trying to be up under these designers. Oh, but it's designed by Chanel. Yeah, Chanel got all y'all wearing pocketbooks. Clear men don't mind wearing pocketbooks. They don't think we different, girl. Let's move on to Somalia. Y'all get the lights up on the video. Yeah, girls wear the Chanel. Fat. It's a pocketbook. Somebody says, is that a fanny pack? No, fat. It's a pocketbook. That's what it is. We gonna call it what it is. A pocketbook. Men don't have pocketbooks. They're not supposed to, at least. Hold on, let me read a couple of more super chats before we move into this. DR Dr. Law 4668. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you. Thank you. The Real China Doll. Thank you for the super chat. Says, if you was born with 2 balls and a bat, use a boy, Damon. I'll call you Candy if you go by Candy, but I will not eat green eggs and ham, Sam. I am. Talk heavy, boo. Happy New Year, Acorn. Happy New Year to Acorn, man. Shout out to us. Happy New Year to all of us. Thank you to Real China Doll for the super chat again. She says, most people listen to respond, not comprehend. Correct. And I had to stop myself from doing that. I had to unlearn myself or unteach myself about that. I used to listen to respond, and I had to start learning how to sit still and actually listen and comprehend and take in what people are saying so that I can understand how to respond when I do. It's just me, 5466. Thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Says, boo, it's my day, so I'm doing the most. Can I get the birthday song before you sign off from New York? Yes, I got you before we sign off. Thank you. And happy birthday. It's just me, 5466. I'm going to drop the birthday song before we sign off anyway. So y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. And I hope you have many, many more. It's just me. Jay New Orleans, thank you for the super chat. Says, Stefon is the perfect example of why our people need to take trauma seriously. It turned him into a beast on the field, but also a beast in real life. Mental health is no joke. And that's the thing. It's been said that a lot of people who deal with a lot of trauma or who dealt with a lot of trauma as young children tend to have issues growing up as, especially sexual trauma, tend to have issues growing up as adults, not even just children. If you go through trauma, you tend to express it. Some people, not all, some tend to express it on the outside. And it did turn him into a beast. I believe he could have been touched, assaulted, or something. Matter of fact, hold on. Y'all seen his brother got arrested too? Hold on. Because now we about to get into the family. It's a family affair. The brother, not arrested. The brother didn't get arrested. But the brother got let go off the team. Hold on. Let me back off right quick. So Stefon's brother, who plays for, who he played for? I don't watch football no more. His brother, Trayvon Diggs, he was just released by the Cowboys. Now, some people are saying that it's because of his performance, and it could very well be. But others are saying that the brother is a perv too. I don't know. I didn't say it. This is what the internet said. The conspiracy theory going around is the brother getting let go because he got some stuff going on allegedly too. I don't know how true it is. Let's get into it. The Diggs brothers seem to be having a rough end to 2025. The Dallas Cowboys have released veteran cornerback Trayvon Diggs. The 27-year-old defensive back will go through the NFL's waiver process if no team claims him. He will become unrestricted free agent. Trayvon signed a 5-year, $97 million extension in 2023 after standout season in 2021 and 2022 that included 14 interceptions, but injuries and limited playing time have marred his recent tenure. Trayvon's contract carries no guaranteed money beyond the 2025 season, meaning any club meaning any club that claims him would be responsible only for his base. Let me back up. I hate reading off the computer. Trayvon's contract carries no guaranteed money beyond the 2025 season, meaning any club that claims him would be responsible only for his base salary for this week and an active game roster bonus, according to ESPN's Phil Yates. On the field, he appeared in just 8 games this season and missed his time with a concussion suffered from his home. Hold up, because I saw this on the boy Rodney channel. He's saying he caught a concussion from putting up a TV at home. We're going to get into it. It says he appeared just in 8 games this season and missed time with a concussion suffered at home, as well as recoveries from a previous knee injury, including a torn ACL in 2023 and follow-up surgery. News of Trayvon's release comes the same day as his brother Stefon, 32, was hit with felony charges of strangulation and misdemeanor charges of assault. Stefon's former chef has accused him of choking and slapping her amid dispute over unpaid wages. He has denied the allegations. Now, his brother, Stefon and Trayvon is the brother. He alleged had a concussion that he suffered allegedly due to him putting the TV up and falling or something. And he got injured or something like that. Is given an apple don't fall too far from the tree. And they say, a word on the street, I didn't say it. They say allegedly the brother has some assault issues too. I don't know. Seems like everybody associated with Stefon Diggs getting karma. Who knows? Cardi could be getting karma just attaching herself to Stefon. It wouldn't surprise me if something happened, because one thing I know about Hollywood, they love people who have childhood traumas, unhealed childhood traumas. They love that. It's like they get, it's like a playground they get in front of, People with unhealed trauma are perfect candidates for Hollywood. 55, that's Rojos. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says it's S.A. Muff. Thank you for the super chat. His Wonder Woman established 2019. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. And Jay New Orleans, thank you again for the super chat. Says a punk under pressure. He tells Cardi to leave money on the dresser. The dresser. If you know, you know. You know, I know. He's a punk under pressure. And when he finished, leave my money on the dresser. Shout out to Sister Doobie. No, that was Katie Ray. Katie Ray was the punk under pressure. He's definitely a punk under pressure. And Cardi taking the biggest L of all, as she should. But I'm telling you, the reason why Cardi going down, Nicki going down, and all of y'all faves is going down is because down goes the celebrity. All that celebrity worship that y'all love to do is going away, honey. Oh, yes. It's just unfortunate it's going to go somewhere else. Now, I want to get into the Somalian story right quick. Oh, we had 2 hours already. Lord, I done ran my mouth too long. Did y'all hear about all this stuff going on in Somalia? Nope, not Somalia, in America. So apparently in Minnesota, where most of us aren't paying attention, Somalians are running the biggest scam ever. Allegedly, there's a daycare fraud scam going on up there. And in said daycare fraud scam, These Somalians are saying they have daycares and collecting millions, and this is one of the scams, but they're collecting millions upon millions of dollars of government money. Now, what's the vice president or the one who ran with scam? Ain't he or wasn't he the governor of Minnesota? Put it in the chat. What his name was? Tampon Tim is what they called him. Tim Walsh. Tim Walsh was the governor of Minnesota. Because I'm about to tie this in right quick. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Tim Walsh was the governor of Minnesota before he decided to run with Scam. Scam is an immigrant. Scam is an immigrant. Tim Walsh is a clear. But remember, I told you clears are immigrants as well. Yes. Black America, everybody except you are immigrants. Melanated people that are not indigenous to this land are immigrants, and the clears are immigrants. You wonder why America is so interested in foreign policy, because they are the foreigners, okay? So a clear or a melanated person, you still looking at an immigrant, okay? Now, Minnesota had Tim Walsh for governor, and then right after that, he goes into campaigning with Scammer. Now, we all know that the Indian community is already in America seeking their fangs into the American dream. Everybody's getting a piece of the pie except Black America. Yeah, we doing it individually, but collectively as a community, no, we not community sitting up figuring out ways to get ourselves together and take from this economy. But it was set up this way in the civil rights movement when Martin Luther King was fighting for us to have equality amongst us all. This is what the fight was for, so that everybody can eat except us. Nobody wants to say it out loud. Nobody wants to agree with it because it's a hard pill to swallow. But when Martin Luther King came on here and told us he wanted us all to sing hand to hand in the Negro spiritual and us all be together, it was simply because they wanted to take the food out of our mouths and give it to everybody else. And if you open your eyes and pay attention, everybody collectively, community-wise, are eating except us. I'm not saying Black America ain't doing good. What I'm saying is community-wise, the Somalians are getting together as a community and they scamming and doing well. They eating good. The Indians, they getting together as a community. They scamming, they eating well, they doing good. The Asians, they getting together as a community. They scamming together, they doing well, they eating good. So on and so forth. Black America onesie twosies, we's doing good. But community collectively, no. We not doing that. And then we not trying to scam. But the scam was set up in the 60s with the civil rights movement. When Martin Luther King took us to the top of the mountain and said, we gonna hold hands and sing in the old Negro spiritual, when we held hands with the brown person next to us and the white person next to us, we was literally giving away our inheritance. That's what we did. So now, 2025, you see an influx of a whole bunch of foreigners coming in from all ways, shapes, and forms all over the world, Craig. And everybody's getting a large slice of the American pie except us. Always remember, we gave it away during the civil rights movement. That's why we've been having DEI, what was the other one? Affirmative action. All of that stuff was taken away from us during the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement was the worst thing that happened to Black Americans. Period. Point blank. Now, fast forward, the Somalians went off to Minnesota where most people aren't looking and listening, and they created the biggest scam you can. So apparently in Somalia, this clear man, remember I told you who's outing all these people who scamming? Who's doing all the outing? It ain't Negroes, it's white people. Because number one, their numbers are declining. Number two, they know that they're not running the show no more. The foreigners are. Let me say that again. Let me take me a sip of water. Clears are only the figureheads. They don't run shit. Not by and large like they used to. The foreigners are running the ship. They are driving the boat. Remember that dude? Wasn't he Somalian? And he said, look at me. I'm the captain now. Put it in the chat. Wasn't he a Somalian? I could have swore it was Somalian. What they was with the big old heads. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Either way, that's a symbolism to what's really going on. These people are really the ones that are in charge. Now, I want to read this article really quickly from the Minnesota, from CNN. Trump has been made aware about this fraud going on in Minnesota. ICE is all over the place. And let me say this too before I move on. I'm noticing even on my personal Facebook, it's a lot of black people that are windmilling for the immigrants. Windmilling down to the ground for these immigrants. You have been tricked to believe that these immigrants are being treated unfairly and that they're just being targeted. And oh my God, we need to pool together our resources and help these immigrants. You are helping them to rob you, Black America. Black America, all of y'all windmilling for these immigrants, you are helping them to rob you. That's your tax dollars going out the door. So when y'all running around here, I see them on my personal Facebook, and I believe they paid ops. Running around here hollering about, oh, we need to get rid of ICE. Oh, Black America needs to mind the business that pays them. And ICE ain't one of them. ICE is not one of the businesses that pays Black America. The last thing Black America needs to be worried about is what the hell going on with ICE and what's going on with them rounding up these foreigners. Let them clean their house. Now, on top of some of us being paid ops and having us all think we need the windmill for them, y'all not realizing that they're literally stealing, not all, but I'm talking about the ones doing this fraud. They are literally taking from us the resources that we can have in our neighborhoods, the rehab centers, the YMCAs, all these things, the free breakfast programs, the after school programs, all this money, millions upon millions of dollars that's going out to these foreigners. And y'all got people on the internet telling us we need the windmill for them. Y'all, Black America, if you windmill, my thing is this, and I ain't in charge of them, but Lord knows if I was, this would be my rules. If you want a windmill for the foreigners, then you need to go with them. Simple. If you believe that they so messed up and you got to use your energy so much for them, then you could go with them. Because if you're not with us, you against us at this point. Black American or not. If you are not on the side of us, because see, they know how to make sure that they people good. They have communal communities over there. We don't. So if you so hell-bent on helping them, I think that you need to go with them because you are working against us to help them. Let me get into this article. Trump has been made aware, and it says Trump administration freezes child care payments to Minnesota amid investigation into federal alleged fraud. Before that, let me show y'all the video of the clear boy who found, and I'm gonna read the article after y'all see it so y'all can understand it. Here's one of these bloggers. He's a clear man. He found multiple, but here's one. Daycare centers in Minnesota who has been collecting millions of dollars annually. These Somalians been balling out of control, I heard up there. Millions of dollars annually for a daycare that literally don't exist. Now, he done found out and he had been taken to his social media platform. I don't know which one it is. And he has been blasting these Somalians like crazy. He's even showed up to some of these daycares asking, or at least trying to play like he's enrolling a child. And the people won't allow him because the daycares are basically fronts for what's really going on. These people are purchasing buildings with our tax dollars and then turning around and scamming us hand over foot again by saying that it's a business that's not really there. This dude said this daycare in Minnesota, his name is Nick Shirley. This daycare in Minnesota received the most amount of money from the government at a staggering $3,670,000 in CCAP funding, tax exempt, mind you, in one day. My crew found an estimated $110 million in fraud. They found $110 million in fraud in one day. On top of the daycare fraud, you also have autism center fraud. These centers have exponentially increased in over the years. In 2024, $228.1 million was allocated for autism Medicaid. Now, while Black women and poor Black people windmill on each other behind dealing with autism and autistic kids, they making the money. You battling the disease while they walk away with the money. Let me see. Black America. I'm not talking about no other part of America. I don't care about y'all. Black America. You battle the disease while the Somalians go away with the money. You over here coping with the disease, coping with the children, coping with the day-to-day struggle of dealing with the actual disease itself. They give you the disease and give them the money. Let that sink in. They give you the disease and give them the money. Y'all gotta wake y'all duck ass up. Wake up really quickly.
Wake up! Please wake up.
So now you got the disease and they get to run away with the money. And you windmilling on me for telling you they gave you the disease. Right? But we need to be windmilling together on them because now they got the money. Oh, yeah. Again, I love everybody, but in this moment, I don't care about nobody else but Black America. I'm talking to y'all. They gave you the disease and gave the foreigner the money. Millions, mind you. Let's get into this clear and what he found at the daycare. And mind you, again, when I see people get on the internet talking about anti-ICE this and ICE needs to go away, especially Black American, it grinds my gears. And a lot of y'all know people personally who talking that shit, they being paid to repeat that shit. Let's get into it.
We're at Future Leaders Early Learning Center. This building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son, little Joey here. Is there paperwork? Can I check out the daycare? No? Why can't I check out the daycare? Okay, but if I can get paperwork or anything to submit my son, little Joey, to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card, actually.
You talk to your manager.
Okay, can I speak with somebody?
And you know what pisses me off about this with these foreigners? They come to America and they make all Asian this, all Hispanic that, all Somali that. But as soon as a Black person say, I want something for all Black America, not only do the foreigners windmill on a Black American, other Black Americans do it. If I say right now, I'm opening a daycare that's only for Black Americans, I ain't got to worry about the foreigners windmilling on me. I got to worry about my own fucking people windmilling on me. They come to New Orleans. The Vietnamese came to New Orleans. They created their own schools. They created their own neighborhood. They own everything. Every freaking foreigner comes to America and create their own shit. But if I or somebody who look like me say this gonna be strictly and solely for Black Americans, I gotta worry about fighting my own fucking people, bro. I think that's what bothers me the most. This is how tricked and brainwashed we are. They can unapologetically look you up and tell a white boy, oh no, this Somalis. Man, we got to do better.
Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children?
Yes.
Why are there no children?
There are two of Mexico.
Would my son, little Joey, have friends to play with here? No. No friends for little Joey?
Yes.
Dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day. So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare.
And because little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of autism has occurred here in Minnesota because of the government funds that they're receiving.
Remember, autism is rising in Minnesota, which is rising all over America. They give you the disease and give the foreigners the money. Never forget it.
Tried to check my son Joey into an autism center.
We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but we thought maybe we could check him in the autism center because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5? Probably, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the
You know how hard it is for a Black American to open up a daycare center in their own neighborhood? I'm talking about in the hood. You know how hard it is for a Black American to go down to the bank and see if they can get a loan to open up a daycare center in their own hood, but they let the Somalis, here, take your money. Yeah, go open up one over here, and we're going to give you kickbacks. Go ahead. This is crazy.
autism centers are popping up?
I can't
answer. What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here because there's
Why are you asking us about
the fraud. Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business if we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot. But that's their number. But this is we can't let you guys see.
Okay, thank you.
Now this is a public situation and they can't let him in.
So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many kids they serve. I know the answer. It's 0.
Here at Future Leaders.
Let me show y'all this. This clear boy been going all over. Listen, he been going all over to show y'all the fraud. Mind you, he told y'all when they first started looking, they found $3 million, hundreds of millions of dollars in fraud. Hundreds of millions. We get the disease, they get the money. Girl, this is big. This is big.
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all.
So right now we are in front of the Great Minds Learning Academy. This is one of the many daycare centers, learning centers here in Columbus, Ohio that are associated with the Somali community. As you know, Nick Shirley put out a bombshell report about all these fraudulent daycare facilities in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we wanted to come out to Columbus, Ohio and investigate what might be going on in the second largest Somali community in the United States of America. So this place here is the first place we're going to knock, and we're going to see if anybody picks up or answers the door. Let's see. So it's locked. We're ringing the doorbell here. Knocking on the door. Nobody's picking up. So we're not sure what the hell's going on here, but we're gonna get out of here. Now there's somebody over there. How you doing, sir? I'm sure you see the reports over the weekend about all the daycare centers in Minnesota. We just wanted to see what was going on. Did you know anything about this place here?
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Do you ever see any kids there?
And can I say this too? Because I know we just talking about the Somalians in Minnesota, but do you guys know that all the foreigners are doing this everywhere you are? There's a Mexican something somewhere where you at. There's a Asian something. There's a group of foreigners everywhere you are. Where you at right now? Wherever you are in America right now, there's a group of foreigners who are capitalizing handsomely off of your ignorance. The things that they allow them to get, we couldn't fathom having. It's hard for a Black American to get a loan, a business loan especially. Car loan, yeah, they'll give us that 90 going west. Business loan? Hell no. You can't even say, I want to do a daycare out my house. They giving you hell on wheels to even want to do a daycare out your house. They won't come pop. I know my friend used to do home health care, and my friend used to watch churn out her house. Them bitches used to want pop up on random to see if the churn was in there. They would want pop up to see if you got food, if they eating 3 meals a day. It was so much strenuous shit. Listen. I remember my friend tried to do this shit because I remember when people was able to do it out their house, bro. Them people wanted to pop up on you on random days to see if the churn in there. They wanted to see if the amount of churn you said you had was there. Them people wanted to see what you feeding them, if they getting their 3 meals, if they getting their snacks, man, it sent my girl, that process, my friend made buku money. But the process was so strenuous because of all of the checks and balances. Now, here we at the Somalians, they opening 90, 100 doggone daycare centers, and when the white folks go to check to see if they got people in there, ain't no churn there, ain't no nothing. Come on, man. Y'all don't see, and these are foreigners that look you in your face and tell you, my people came here with nothing and made something out of nothing. That's the biggest crock of bullshit I've ever heard in my life. Black America, everybody capitalizes off of your ignorance because you think you a slave from Africa and you don't have shit, don't own shit, and ain't shit. That's why everybody eating like this. This is why everybody does well per capita by and large except you. They capitalizing off of your ignorance. I told you it's one big joke. Everybody is in on it except us. The white people know what's really going on, but they can't be 100% transparent with us because then we're going to look at them and say, so wait a minute. Now you want to tell us about the Somali scamming, but you didn't tell us when you were scamming. So now the white folks have to play it cool. They have to play like they on our side so that we can work together to get them up out the paint. But the fact of the matter is they both sides of the same coin. Both of them. The white boy ain't no different from the Somali dude. You still think you from Africa. You still think you a foreigner on your own land. That's your problem. That's why all these foreigners coming here taking up all this money, of all this status, of all this land, because you still think you a foreigner on your own fucking land. Wake up. They done gave you the HIV is through all Black American neighborhoods. We suffering like crazy with AIDS, between AIDS, herpes, all this autism. We got all of the bad parts of this shit, and everybody else walking off in the sunset with all the money. Wake the fuck up, man. What y'all doing? And you got people on the internet because y'all so followers. Not y'all, because some of us are such followers, we won't even take 2 seconds to think for ourselves. So we allow the people on the internet to tell us something that we looking at is not even real. And this the worst part. Let me show you how the biggest magic trick gonna work in the midterms and in the next 2 years after that. They gonna turn back around and tell you that you had the worst 4 years of your life. You suffered the worst. Just to get you to vote for them to make more money and keep giving you diseases while they collect the money. They're going to play on your emotions. They're going to play on your heart. They're going to play on the fact that you ignorant. And when I say ignorant, I'm not meaning it as a low blow. I mean in a state of not knowing. Ignorance. They're going to play on your emotions and your ignorance and get you to continue to vote over and over and over. And everybody going to play in your face, oh, Black America, it's not me, it's them. And then they're going to say, oh, no, it's not us, it's them. And then they're going to say, look, Black America, I'm telling you, I swear to God, we need to work together. It's not them, it's them. And we going to be the only ones like the duck, goose. Wake up. Why the fuck we got to get the disease and they get the money? I don't hear a large number of Somalians talking about autism, but I see a damn sure large number of niggas talking about it. So they get the money and we get stuck with the disease, right? Shit's fucking crazy. As long as they keep us distracted and ignorant, they're going to continue doing this shit.
No, because they use the back door, so I want to know if they is.
They use the back door.
Yeah, I never seen nobody come in it, but they use the back door.
But have you ever seen any kid? You live around here?
Yeah, on this building right here.
Oh, you're in this building.
Yeah.
You're in this building too. Let me ask you: Have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. They use the back, so I've never seen nobody come out the front.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all.
I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
So we came to the back, just like those guys suggested, and there's nothing here. You know, we can keep poking around, but there's so many of these centers to go to. We're just getting started. So we're going to go around the city. We're going to go to a few more of these places. We're going to see if we can get anybody to talk to us. Stay tuned.
The Clears are losing their mind because they already the minority and they know what's going on. Let me tell you something about the Clears. They know exactly what's going on. You know why? Because they helped plan this shit. It just didn't go the way they thought it was going to go. They don't like they end of the cut. Let's call the thing a thing. The Clears know exactly what's happening. They just don't like they end of the cut. So now that they see they cut, they like, oh shit, let's go back and cosplay or play with the blacks like we cool with them so we can help them help us. You get what I'm saying? I see the play. My problem is Black America, y'all don't see the play. Y'all don't see the play. So yeah, let the white folks clean them up. Not lock them all up, get them up out of here, Black Clears. Get them up out. I don't care. What I'm talking to my people about is, why are we so ignorant? You saw them two brothers he just doggone interviewed. They know exactly what's going over there. Number one, even if they said something, nobody would listen. Because they'd rather hear from a clear than hear from a nigga. Because everybody's shaking hands under the table to keep the wealth away from you, Black America. So even though the whites is upset with the Somalis, if it ever came down to the money or the wealth coming to you, they're going to join forces. You got to know it. You got to know it. The objection is always to keep the money, the knowledge, and the wealth away from you. Nobody else. So just because they having differences amongst each other don't mean that the bottom line ain't still you. When they come over here from the eastern portion of this world that we call the world, they came, they met up, they had meetings, they had all types of stuff. They decided to put all that crap to the side to overtake you. That agreement is still in play in 2025. Never forget it. That agreement is still in play in 2025. Everybody still has that under the table handshake. And let me say this too. It's a lot of Black Americans in on it too. Yeah. It's a lot of Black Americans who are in on it too. Look at this video. This shit's ridiculous, bro. That's the secret society niggas. Rest in peace to Steve Coakley. Rest in peace to the brother Steve Coakley. That's why his whole life toward the middle, I don't know how long of his life, was completely dedicated to exposing the boule, to the dog, exposing the doggone Divine Nine in the Masons and all that stuff. Because them the ones with the secrets that know what the hell going on. They know that, yeah, your D9, your boule, your Masons, all them talented tent niggas, they know exactly what's going on. That's why they do well and you don't. Everybody in on it, even some of our own people. Never forget it. If it was a snake, it would have bit you.
Today I'm showing you 161 Childcare in Columbus, Ohio.
And as you can see, it does not look like a childcare center at all. It is locked, says it's open. There's a little desk right there, but the ceiling's all falling out and stuff like that. And if you come around back, you can see that this place is just a total dump. Literal just debris everywhere. This is a question. How do you enroll? How do you enroll your children here? You can't do that? No kids? So how can I enroll my children? It says you get public money through.
Is this even legal in America to just say, oh, you can't come here? Because if so, I have a few ideas. I'm not mad at it. I just want to know if it is legal in America to just deny somebody. I don't have a problem with it because I have so many ideas that I'm ready to get off of Black America and I don't want to hear shit. I'm trying to see something. If this is the law of the land and this is how we rolling, then the shit I got up my sleeve, I don't want to hear nobody say nothing because it's only going to be for niggas. I'm telling you now. It's going to call me racist, call me whatever you want. I'll be all of that. I'd have been called worse by better, bitch. Call me whatever, because if that's what it is, I got so much up my sleeves. I have so much up my sleeves. But watch when a nigga do it. You know how I go.
You get public money through Ohio. You get money through the state of Ohio. This is a money that gets.
Clears are freaking out because this affects them more than it affects us. You got to know it. They losing control, but they was gonna lose that anyway. Look at this Somali lady. Now, mind you, we know they frauding, right? And we've heard this many, many times before. Watch this Somali lady get on here and talk about how successful Somalians are and how, you know, you can do it too because her family came here with little or nothing. Every foreigner you've seen has been helped by the American government, by your tax dollar, Black America. You have funded every foreigner that have ever come here. All the land that they have belongs to you. All the businesses that they have, they took from you. All of the money that they have, they took from you. Everything the foreigner has on this land, you, Black America, you funded it. You invited them and you funded it. This has been a bill on us. It's been our bill this whole time. Let's get into this lady with her lies. Y'all like the video?
First things first, I'm actually so shocked that Trump is attacking us. I think Trump should be thanking us in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like, Somali Americans, and it's making me sad and it's funny. Like, I know Somali people are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota, and I leave so inspired. You have Somali-only, Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of. And it's so inspiring to see that what my community...
She said they got Somali-owned firms, Somali-owned everything. Somali-owned this, Somali-owned that. She said it's so inspiring. And we got niggas running around here saying, but food, I'm scared they're going to put a toaster on us. I'm scared. They're going to blow it up, man. What's gonna happen if they blow it up, dude? But they got everything. Somali on this, Somali on that. And y'all think these people coming in with $2 in their pocket with Somali on this, Somali on that? Man, watch out. Well, listen to her talk, though.
You could do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be that successful. It should be really applauded.
No, you guys are not that successful in
this brother about to go up. Watch him.
So 89% of immigrant Somali households are on some type of welfare. If you look above my head, you'll see that 23% are on cash. If we go over to food stamps, you'll see this.
Pause. I'm going to remind him right quick. She's right by saying the American dream. And let me tell you why. If you understand what the American dream is, then you understand that the American dream is the foreigner's dream. The American dream is the foreigner's dream. When foreigners get on the internet, white or Black, and tell you that they came to live the American dream, it is a real thing. It's their dream to come to the new world here and live a life that they could have never lived anywhere else on the planet. Do you hear me? This is like paradise to the people who are not from here. Okay? So the American, that's a real thing. They really do come and live the American dream. This is why you have the Statue of Liberty with the light. That's a lighthouse for the foreigners coming in. It's really a real thing. Yay. The American dream is to come. I'm gonna give you the American dream. The American dream is to come to this land, take over the people, the land, and the resources and take it, either bring it back to where you at or stake your claim here. That's the American dream. And it happens over and over and over. And Black America always wonder why we never get a piece of the American dream. We never understand the American dream, because you are a part of the American dream. But it's the fact that you're the part that helps the others. See, you can't experience the American dream if you are in the American dream. Part of you are the cattle that comes along with the American dream. They get to steal your ideas, your essence, your language, your food, your culture. What else they get to steal? Your hair. They get to steal everything. They get to steal everything. That's the American dream. You get it? That's it. That's it right there. That's the American dream. So they are coming and living the American dream. We just don't know nothing about it because we're a part of it. Not in a good way.
Well, you guys are not that successful in Minnesota. 89% of immigrant Somali households are on some type of welfare. If you look above my head, you'll see that 23% are on cash. If we go over to food stamps, you'll see that 62% are on food stamps. If we go to Medicaid, you'll see that 86% are on Medicaid. So 89% of Somali immigrant families that have children are on some type of welfare in the United States. 89%.
89% of the Somali children are on welfare. Now, I remember I got food stamps one time, and they gave me a hard time, and they only gave enough for my baby. They wouldn't give me enough for me. And it was like $120 back in the days. 89% of Somali children are on welfare. That means their mama getting food stamps for all of them children. So if she got 10 of them motherfuckers, she getting food stamps for 10 children. They counted by the kids. They're not counted by the household. 89% of the children are on welfare, food stamps.
And this is coming from the Center for Immigration Studies. Now, in the vast majority of cases, if someone is on Medicaid, they are a net recipient in tax dollars, meaning the value of the benefits they receive from the government is more than they pay into the federal tax system. Again, that means they're a net recipient. They are taking from the system more than they're contributing to the system. So essentially 9 out of 10 Somali immigrant families that have children are taking more in dollars than they are giving to our federal tax system.
Of course.
I wouldn't define that as success. Let's keep it real. We should also be paying attention to this and just not ignoring it. But let's go back. Look at the light gray. It says Somali immigrant households with children over 10 years in the US. So these families have had over 10 years in the United States. And there's only a 3% difference in the amount that are on Medicaid and not. So after they've been in the US for 10 plus years, 83% of these Somali immigrant families with children are still on Medicaid. Again, that is not success. And that's not being racist or hating. That's just reality. So please do not come preaching in our face something that is not true. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. Just a reminder.
So I do disagree with one thing he says. When he says 89%, no, he said only 3% of their kids are not on welfare and they've been here for 10 years and that's not success. That is success. See, we've been indoctrinated to believe that handouts from the government or money from the government are handouts, right? So we shame each other. Oh, you on welfare. Oh, you get food stamps. But the fact of the matter is free money is free money. That's children they don't have to feed. Free money. So technically, they are very successful because those food stamps, which is free money, helps them to pocket money that they would otherwise be using to feed those children. You get it? So yeah. No, they are very successful. We have to get out of our mind that being on welfare is a bad thing. Yeah, it can be depending on how you feel it socially. But at the end of the day, it's free fucking money. We the only ones bashing each other for getting it, while 89% of them getting it. Man, y'all watch. Oh, we bashing each other for getting it, and 89% of them on it. So if I find out you on welfare, nanny boo boo, you on welfare, but 89% of them getting it, and they living good. They got millions of dollars in their account. Come on, man. It's social. They get us to trick us into thinking the wrong way so that we screw ourselves. They got us to tell us that being on welfare was a bad thing. And I think long term it can be. But they got us thinking that being on welfare was a bad thing. And it is, it can be. But because of that, we shame each other. And while we shaming each other, they collecting all the money. While we shaming each other, they collecting all the money. And they gonna look you in your face and tell you, my family came here with nothing and we successful. Y'all just need to get over it. I'm gonna play a little bit of this video because he's spitting some truth. And the fact of the matter is, the reason why a lot of people won't say nothing clear especially is because they black. Skinned, but not black. Let's get into this.
A 23-year-old revealed massive fraud by Somali immigrants in Tim Walz's Minnesota. The fraud was obvious, but practically no one called it out. Why? Come on. Isn't it obvious? It's because they're black immigrants and people are afraid of being called racist. Duh.
The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe, and they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't understand. This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud, and they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it.
Here's how the fraud works. Members of the Somali community set up daycares and healthcare companies. Many were clustered together. 22 healthcare facilities listed in one building. These businesses received millions of dollars of Minnesota taxpayer money, but many appear to be fronts. The investigator visited over a dozen childcare centers. No children at any of them. One learning center misspelled learning on their sign. The FBI confirmed they're investigating fraud networks within this community. Federal prosecutors say the total fraud could be as high as 9 to 10 billion. And people are tiptoeing around it, but this fraud is being perpetrated by members of a specific group, Somalian immigrants. Now, Governor Walz says pointing this out is white supremacy.
This is what happens when they target communities for their own benefit. This is what happens when they scapegoat. And this is what happens when they no longer hide the idea of white supremacy.
Could you imagine a white man saying that people calling out scamming immigrants is white supremacy? Do you know that he probably got a kickback to make sure that these Somalis could get all this money? But again, y'all be on this left versus right shit when they all doing the same thing. Like, let me let him finish cooking.
No, Governor. Pointing out fraud is principled. We're not criticizing you because of race. You're using race to escape criticism. Maybe that's why call sheet users give him a 69% chance of being charged with a federal crime. Now, as someone whose parents immigrated from Africa, let me explain something. Humans are hardware. Culture is software. Our hardware is fundamentally the same. Our software is wildly different. America's software prioritizes universal principles, the nation state, and the rule of law. That's the Constitution. The software of developing countries often prioritizes tribe, heritage, customs. That's okay, but it's different. I've been to Ghana 3 times. My parents are from there, and I feel like an alien.
I knew he was a tether. I knew it. I could tell by the way his mouth was shaped. I ain't gonna lie. I knew it. Listen, I don't know what happened to me, but I swear to God, I can eye people and know they not niggas. I swear to God, I don't care who it is. I don't care where they come from. This is different, but I'm just saying I have this thing now. It's like it's like a beam flashes. It takes me 2 seconds to know these motherfuckers ain't niggas. I just know my people. I know my people. But let me just say this. I really wish, and shout out to all my foreign people who over here who really just passionate. I really wish my foreign people had this type of passion for their own homes. If I had a wish, or more than one, but if I had more than one wish, one of my wishes would be all foreigners go home and take care of their home the way they want to take care of America. I swear to God. I think the world would be a better place if all these foreigners went home and took care of home the way they want to take care of America. America don't need no help. We don't need no sidekicks. We got 43 plus million people. If everybody went home, listen to me, I think this is a good idea. If everybody went home and took care of their home the way they want to take care of America, I think we would be so far beyond these clears and all this stuff. I think we'd be so far advanced as a people. But everybody want to come to America and learn our Constitution and learn how to defend our land. Go home, Roger. Go home. But you know why they don't want to go home? Because the land of milk and honey is here. I really do wish they go home, though. All foreigners, calling all foreigners. We appreciate all the help. Go home and help home.
When I visit. Because same hardware, different software. In many places in Africa, if you get stopped by cops, bribes are expected. Governments are dysfunctional because they're run by people who value tribe over nation. And when I visit, I think, man, am I grateful to my parents? They didn't come here to take, they came to integrate. They didn't raise me to be African American. They raised me to be American. That's not the mindset of every immigrant.
That's a problem. And that right there is the problem. Let me run him back, because I need niggas to open up your ears. Open up your ears. Now, he is a foreigner. He's a fucking foreigner. His mama teach him when he come here, you an American, not an African American, not a Ghanaian American. Nigga, you a whole fucking American. And they got you over here saying you FBA, you African, you this, you that. Use it. Use it. Use it. His mama raised him to say you an American. And you running around here saying you this, that, this, that. You everything but a fucking American. I be wanting to scream sometimes, bro. My people. I be wanting to scream, my people. I be wanting to scream, my people. Pay attention to the hijack, nigga. Pay attention. His mom raised him to be an American, and you a FBA, African American, Negro, or Indian. You every man, watch out. I'm gonna run him back one more time.
Same hardware, different software. In many places in Africa, if you get stopped by cops, bribes are expected. Governments are dysfunctional because of being charged with a federal crime. Now, as someone whose parents immigrated from Africa, let me explain something. Humans are hardware. Culture is software. Our hardware is fundamentally the same. Our software is wildly different. America's software prioritizes universal principles, the nation state, and the rule of law. That's the Constitution. The software of developing countries often prioritizes tribe, heritage, customs. That's okay, but it's different. I've been to Ghana 3 times. My parents are from there, and I feel like an alien when I visit. Because same hardware, different software.
But how can he feel like an alien amongst his own people? It's mindset. His parents created a whole new mindset. He don't even identify with his own fucking people. He go home, and this nigga don't even identify with his own people. He feel like an alien at home. It's mindset. And you niggas over here saying you from Africa? I'm serious now. You from Africa. And these niggas get to come over here and say they're American. Come on, man. Use your fucking common sense. Take an ethnogenesis off the table because it never fucking happened. It didn't exist. You from Africa, but they American. He feel like an alien when he go to Ghana, but you feel home. Man, watch out. Man, watch out. Watch out! Watch out! He feel like an alien when he go home, but you feel home. He an alien when he go to Ghana, but you feel home. Come on, let me hurry up and get up off of here, because y'all done got me out my seat. I don't never get out my seat. Let me hurry up and get up off of here, because y'all got me mad. Hold on.
Many places in Africa, if you get stopped by cops, bribes are expected. Governments are dysfunctional because they're run by people who value tribe over nation. And when I visit, I think, man, am I grateful to my parents? They didn't come here to take, they came to integrate. They didn't raise me to be African American. They raised me to be American.
His parents definitely came here to take. They came here to take Black Americans' identity. They came here to take Black Americans' land. They came here to take Black Americans' culture. They came here to take Black Americans' language. They came to take Black Americans' identity. His parents brought him here so that he can destiny swap with all of Black America. Yes, you and your parents came here to take. Y'all are actively taking right now, because you think you an American.
That's not the mindset of every immigrant.
معها قضية إلهام، معها قضية مينيسوتا، معها قضية غير مريكان، قضية إلهام وقضية صوماليا.
These people choose their tribe over this nation. We should only admit immigrants running compatible software. People who don't just ask what America can do for them, but what they can do for America. That's not what the Somalis committing fraud are doing. They came to take, not make. Their hardware isn't bad, but their software.
All these motherfuckers is taking, man. All of them taking. You think because the Somalis are running away with millions of dollars that he not taking too? Get your mind off of money. Take your mind off of money. I know a lot of niggas is hard for that because we eat, sleep, shit, and breathe money. Take your mind off of money. You don't tell you gonna look me in my face and tell me that he not taking too? He not even from Ghana no more. He an American. He got a whole identity here that don't belong him. But he not taking too? He taking more than what I take the millions of dollars. You can have that. I can make money back. He taking identity. I'd rather them take the money than to come here and take the name, the land, the identity, the destiny. Take the money, nigga. Let me hurry up, man, so I can get off.
Software is incompatible. And when anyone points this out about fraud, about illegal immigration, someone pulls the race card. But that's just demonizing instead of understanding good faith critics. Meanwhile, politicians are weaponizing your empathy and exploiting your fear of being called a racist. And you know who gets hurt the most when Somalis break the law? The Somalis who don't. The American thing to do is for them to hold their peers accountable. Because if you won't hold your tribe accountable, you've chosen your tribe over this country. But if that's what you want, why are you here?
I want to know why all you niggas is here, to be honest. I know why y'all here, but it's just ironic that the pot asking the kettle why we on the stove. Bitch, because it's time to cook. What you mean? My boy said he not from Ghana. He feel like an alien when he go home to Ghana. He's an American. You know, I think for me, what I get most frustrated about is the truth is not what gets heard. It's about popularity. No, most people don't give a fuck about the truth. That's just the guys. Even when the truth is going to benefit them. Most people could care less about the truth. It's about who's saying it. So I guess because the big people aren't saying this yet, because they will be, the message ain't going to get out as far. But, you know, those who have eyes to see will see. Those who have ears to hear will hear. But I need you guys to understand that when you, first of all, you need to eye who you talking to. I knew this was a foreigner when I looked at him. I could look at his mouth and tell he wasn't one of us. Secondly, you have to understand you are dealing with enemies. It's us against every fucking body. It ain't just us against some of them. It's us against everybody, even the ones who smile in your face and make tend to you like they are here to help you. They are here to take from you. You just don't know you being stolen from. That's the only reason this thievery has gone on for all of these years, because you have yet to be aware that it's you that they're stealing from. You just going through life lily-gagging and lollygagging like nothing is going on, not realizing even the nice ones are stealing from you. The Somalians are a representation of what's been going on in America since its conception. And I'm talking about the Clears and the Negro Pins. This is a representation of what has been going on in America since its inception. The fact of the matter is, everybody in their mo capitalizes off of Black Americans' ignorance. If a third of us, not 2/3, not half, not 4/4, if 1/3 of us just stood up and woke the fuck up, all this shit is over with. It's all done. Just 1/3. But we so distracted, so caught up on celebrities, so caught, we don't know how to eat and chew gum at the same time, or walk and chew gum. We don't know how to do that. So we get so caught up on these celebrities and this religion and this politics and this science and all this distraction shit, we can't even see the snake in front of us ready to strike. The fact of the matter is, I don't give a damn what you call yourself. Do your genealogy so we can get up out of this shit. The only reason you don't know that you're being stolen from because you don't know who the fuck you is. Find out who you are, and then you know they stealing from me. And I know me. You ain't gonna just walk in my house and steal my stuff. I'ma fight for it. Yeah. I'm different though. I'm a different type of girl. I'm a different type of girl. I'm not just gonna let you walk in my house and take my stuff. You're gonna fight me for it. Yeah. You're gonna fight me for it. I ain't gonna let you just walk in and just take it. You're gonna have to see me for it. That's just me. But, who am I? Just some random blogger girl. Who am I? Angelique, thank you so much. 1031 Angelina, I'm sorry. She says, I work 2 FT jobs, full-time jobs, rent so high, had no money for food, and could prove it. When I tried to get government help, I was told I make too much and to get another job. Shake my head, but let me do a little fraud. God will use me as an example. Happy New Year's, Vu. And I'm so glad you put that last part in there because it's the truth. You right, because I be like that too. Man, I be wanting to do some old under the table, dirty dog, funk ass shit. I ain't gonna lie. But I know the way my karma set up, man, God gonna tell me every which way but loose. But let me tell you why that is. Because the Most High understands that we have the key. Do I have it with me? I ain't have it by me. But the Most High understands that we have all the answers. We are the acorns. An acorn is a shell or a nut or whatever it is. It falls from the tree. And from the moment it falls from the tree, it has everything that it needs to survive and thrive. Black America, you are the acorn. You have the answers. It's just in you. That's why the Most High give us karma on a different level than everybody else. Not just Black America, but melanated people all around the globe. Because you understand more than these foreigners, these aliens. You have the answer. You just won't sit down with your motherfucking self and find it. That's why God come and pop you harder than he popped them. You get it? Because if you just took 2 seconds to sit down, you will see, just like that acorn, I equipped you with everything you need. Everything you need, I already gave it to you. You just won't sit down and look for it. You get it? Protect your melanin. Guard your grill. Protect your melanin. I swear to God, because that's what the key to unlock this shit is in your melanin. Y'all won't even go outside though. Nicole Smith, 4220. Thank you for the super chat. Says, Baby Boo is cooking with fish grease. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Get the likes up. Shay Smile 3, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey Boo in chat, your internet niece arrived 2 weeks early today. She and I are doing fine. Had my New Year's Eve Capricorn. Oh, congratulations to our little niece. Congratulations. Happy birthday, niece. Happy birthday, Shay. Tell my niece I said happy birthday, and we can't wait to meet her. Happy birthday. Welcome to the world. We got a little star seed coming. Hello. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says we need to get control of this hostile takeover. We gotta get our mind right first. We can't get control of the hostile takeover because we don't even know we under one. Unfortunately. No, but seriously, we can't get control of the hostile takeover because we don't know we under one. We still over here chilling while the Somalis them over there walking away with the autism money. 55 that Rojo, thank you for the super chat. Says what is crazy? Most foreigners do not even do daycares for real. The grandparents, the grandparents each watch the children. Facts. They open up daycares and they don't put their children in no daycares. The Balance Channel, thank you so much for the super chat. Says we also need to stop being so complacent. Yes, I work on that as well. We need to be nosy like these whites for our hood. Ask about the bank, developers, owners, expose them all. Facts. Like the old folks used to do. They want to know who you was, who your people is, where you come from, who your mom and them. Yeah, we got to get back to that. For real. All jokes aside, because that's why we don't know. That's part of the ignorance, not knowing. Take 5 minutes out of your day-to-day. When you're on the internet looking at bullshit, take 5 minutes to find something that you can learn. With that being said, y'all, I got to get up off of here. Keep your head on the swivel. Black America, you are the gods of this earth. You are not only made in the Most High's image, you are made in his likeness. That means what he can do, you can do. Now, you can sit up here and battle me down to the ground and say it's all cap. That's fine. Ain't going to tongue wrestle with you about it. But what I will say is this. You can either take that information and try to look into it and see what you can get out of it, or you can stay right here in hell. I know for me, I am ascending, and I'm getting the hell up out of here. I'm going to be here, but I'm getting up out of here. You get it? With that being said, for those who have ears to hear and eyes to see, you will catch on, and you will too ascend in whatever way the Most High sees fit. But I know one thing for sure, y'all got to be ready for the spiritual warfare. Y'all got to be ready to battle, and you can't be ready to battle if you don't know a battle is afoot. Okay? With that being said, happy birthday to everybody celebrating a birthday. I love all of y'all down to the ground. I will catch y'all tomorrow. Enjoy y'all New Year's Eve. Be safe. Don't drive if you don't have to because the people is out there heavy. Love y'all. See y'all in the morning. Peace. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday,
It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk?
I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who would have booted all this?
The nigga you just had up here.